event. Don't hesitate.
That way, if something go wrong, I got a chance to prove.
The condition for your event or party. For more information, tell us at book@bigviewservices.com or call us at 240-347-DEAR. That number again is 240-347-3325. Let us make your event a big deal.
Are you ready for the ultimate sports show? That's not just about facts and stats, but one that's involved heavily in emotion. I want to hear from you. I'm King Brodie, ruler of the Orioles and the Ravens fan, and I want to find out who's not a fan of the Orioles and Ravens. I want to hear from you on Monday night from 7:30 to 9:30. Please call in. You will love it. Only on WMEG. And also like, follow, and share Troy King Brodie on Facebook. Again, it's Troy King Brodie, so you can interact with me. And again, welcome to Birdland with King Brodie.
We easy clothing content has given this 19 years, and it's time to the Be More Like Us brand. If you love your city, then show the world they too can be more like us. From hoodies to tees, sweatsuits and more, Be Easy has it all. So visit our website at www.pleasebeeasy.com. That's www.tlcbeeasy.com. So place your order today. For more info, give us a call at 443-839-4777. Again, it's 443-839-4777. Also, enter the game by following us on social media and uploading so you can Be More Like Us here, and we will ensure it's posted to our page. And Mr. B Easy Forever, Twitter, MRBEZ, the number 4, EER. And Mr. B Easy Forever, Instagram, again, at MRBEZ, the number 4, EER.
We can say it.
Even for one up, Facebook. MBEC, the number 4, EVER 410. BE Clothing Company, home of the Be More Like Us brand name.
I spelled your name wrong.
What are you? Radio.
We should make it.
Be loud today.
My next guest is the man that's going to put together some grooves that'll make you want to move. Put your hands together for Mr. King.
Rock, you on fire today, man. What's up? Welcome to Birdland. It's your man here, King Brodie. We got a special guest today. Wait a minute, let me get the camera ready. I got to put it on you. Got to put the camera on you. We're going to sit at the round table today. You ready? Ready to be seen?
I guess.
We got Shelley in the house today, man. Shelley. Oh, man, I'm pig on rock. My bad. Come back here. Welcome, Shelley. How you feel?
Good.
I'm so glad you're glad to be here.
Yeah.
You ready to have some fun?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What?
I'm just happy to be here with the world of fans. King Brodie,
I like that.
and
I like that.
and Mr. Rock Logic himself.
No, we ain't putting him on here yet. We ain't putting him on here. All right.
Closer to him.
Put him a little closer. That's coming from the light knight of the sound table, who done said, "Get back on camera, Rock. Get back over there." Where you at? All right, you ready? All right. I want you to finish drinking before I put the small talk. You want to say something?
What up, cut up?
Scaring our crowd.
Gonna be a problem, Troy.
You think so?
Cause the rumors about that can't whoop ass this weekend.
They doing their thing, man. Wait a minute. Before we go there, man, you know, we got to do a rundown of the weekend. I got to do a rundown of the week. Yes.
I don't know how your weekend went. I got the memo.
Look, all right, let me let everybody know, because I was trying to keep, you know, we're playing the Yankees. There was stuff going on. So Friday, I had,
You were going.
I was going.
Okay.
I knew the tickets were picked up. Look, I'm trying to, because I know that it's going to be heard. So I gotta figure out how to say it. And by the way, this is the O's up 1-0 already. Thank you, Bob.
Text Shell.
But
Text Shell.
no,
Text Shell.
text him.
Yes.
Is he watching the game?
I knew we need him to go to Rite Aid or something so he can text him. Just text him. Just
Don't mention the game. He's probably not thinking about
he
it.
don't realize it's on.
And he's not. Let's wait until he'll make a comment, and then we know we gotta get rid of him. But Friday, if you don't know, it was 80s night at Jiffy Lube Arena in Virginia. It was Culture Club, Boy George and Culture Club, Howard Jones, and Berlin. I cannot think of the Berlin song. So that's straight out of Friday Night Videos. Did you ever watch music?
Yeah.
So, man, I'm saying I'm not even good. I will say this: Boy George can still sing.
Really?
He sings. He sounded good. Yeah, and for those who are really young, that's
the headline.
It was Boy George. Culture Club was the headline. So Berlin came out first, and I cannot think of. I knew one song about it. I used to watch videos. So if the video was good, that's how I ended up getting into Hootie and stuff, man. Just watching. I got into grunge. I listened to all kinds of stuff that I would have never listened to if they didn't have good videos. So, but Culture Club was one of those things that everybody just, you know, whether you heard them or not, they were on, you know, that reggae. What's the group? The Red Wine Group. That, you know, certain
40.
Look at you. That's the name of the group?
Yeah.
But those groups that had that reggae influence, it was like reggae pop. Yeah. So Culture Club was like real, and they had like a little soul to it too.
Do you really wanna hurt me? Do you really wanna make me cry?
Wait a minute. Let me make sure. I need to make sure they know it's not us. Go ahead, one more time. I need to put it all on you by yourself.
For you. I tumble for you.
Yeah. All right, I'm back. Well, let me hear some Howard Jones. I only knew one song. But you know, they had their voices.
Really?
They all had their voices, man. So Howard Jones, only thing is Howard Jones, there was a track.
Like 92.
He used to have hair like all of you. In the 80s, it was wild hair. Remember that? So he had hair all over his head. He did not quite have as much hair, but he had like a little mohawk thing kind of sitting back here a little bit. So it's like, my mother here watching. She found this week. So I got to watch what I say. She'll be asleep in about an hour. So I got to watch my language.
Tonight she won't.
She'll watch the Oreos too. But it's like, that's extra ratings. She says, I'm giving you some ratings. That's what she told me. So I'm going to take it.
I told you, that's why Troy got 3 guests. His mama, Barbara, and his wife.
Well, so get past Culture Club, Howard Jones, Berlin. So we go to Saturday, and it's now we into the 90s. So it's Drew Hill, SWV, Jodeci, right? Now we know who they are. Of the 3, Drew Hill's my favorite of those 3. Like, I'm there to see Drew Hill, but and Drew Hill open. It's open. They open. I'm thinking it's Jodeci.
They put Drew Hill before Jodeci?
Well, Jodeci is Jodeci's show. Yeah, it's Jodeci's thing.
Jodeci's tour.
Their headline.
Outside of people in Baltimore, they always put Jodeci above Drew Hill. And I'm with you though, Troy. I like Jodeci.
Right.
I don't like Jodeci as much as I like Drew Hill.
Yeah.
I'm seeing them right now. They only see what 2.5 of them.
Well, it was all of them. Yep. They was there. Yeah, they had. Look, okay. Now I'm all in Drew Hill. I think Drew Hill is like I think of groups. Like I just think they're the best vocally because
Was 6 of them there?
the dude, the dark skinned dude wasn't there. Smoke or Black. I get their names mixed up. Because one's light, one's dark. So the darker one was not there.
Oh, originals were there.
No, Woody wasn't there.
Okay.
So yeah, Teo, Jazz, Nokia, Cisco, Scola showed up. And somebody came out and sang, man. It was like, we got to perform. We're going to bring out here because we, for you young people that don't know what we're doing, it's called singing. Like, I thought that was funny. And then this dude came out and it was like, am I dreaming? Christopher Williams showed up. He came out and did that. So, yeah. He was like, he had on jeans or whatever. It was like, he wasn't sparkling like everybody else, but he came out. He sounded good. He sounded decent. But everybody, now.
Was Jazz on stage with them?
Jazz came out, they always bring him out later. So they bring him out no, he didn't tell me. He came out on Beauty. So they introduced him. They said there's always there's a member that hasn't been with us lately, and I thought it was going to be Woody. He fooled me with that because he says that every time. But I should have known it was going to be Jazz. But I'm like, in Baltimore could be Woody, right? It wasn't Woody because I'm like, Woody's will come. It's going to be I don't know. Oh, go ahead. You can sing 5 steps. Go ahead, man. But oh shoot. Yale is on there. What's up, Lenise?
If Yale's watching us, he's not watching the game.
Yeah. Let's keep him right here.
Hey, Yale.
So,
Felony.
yeah, you see. So, we saw Lenise. Yeah, she was sitting, look, and then, so Wanya's really bad at when you're in a concert and she's trying to describe where she is so somebody can see her. She's horrible giving directions for that. And to watch her and Lenise, because I'm sitting there listening and I'm like, we're next to the sound dude. So I'm like, say that first so she at least will know where we are on the floor and then you can work from there. And Lenise was in some, anyway. But we saw each other, we waved and stuff, so that was pretty cool. Yale says, hey, Shelley, I don't know if you can see it. He says, the queen's on here. So that's how we starting out. But anyway, I have to give credit on something. I'm gonna do something that Rock can't do. See, if I disagree with you, because I love debates, but if you come at me logically and there's got to be some facts in there, I can work with it, right? So the whole thing with like SWV versus Escape, I was an Escape dude, right? But I really wasn't listening to either one of them like that, but I liked Escape better. I was a fan of Candy, so I was like, all right, I like Candy. She really ain't wearing the thug gear like they was like everybody was wearing, but she was wearing it. I was like, that ain't really you, but I was rolling with Candy. But so when I watched like all this, and my wife's always into reality TV and stuff. So the whole SWV and Escape and why we should be headlining and all that stuff. I was all on the side of Escape. I'm like, y'all got the numbers for social media and all that stuff. And people trying to say, well, it's just 2 of them on social media. It doesn't matter. That's still part of the group. When I heard the SWV, like their first 4 or 5 songs, I was like, I know all of them, right? Shoot, they running. They shooting their load already. Right? Mm-mm. They had more songs, man. And I knew the songs. Like I couldn't sing along. Unfortunately, there was 85% women and 100% of the ones around me couldn't sing. And they was all singing.
Vocalists were top.
They were good. They are better than Escape.
Yeah.
Yes. I have to, because
bigger hits.
Yes.
They had bigger hits.
Yeah. I had to get
Great Damn Candy is a songwriting pool, so
yeah. Now if they're gonna sing if they're gonna do Candy songs too,
yeah.
no, Line has shown up. Wow. I'm honored. I'm honored. I got to people on here watching right now at this early. I'm scared to talk sports, man, because they listening to us talk about it. But anyway, I'll just say I give them credit. And then Casey and JoJo, their voices sounded good. I was really there to see if somebody's gonna pass out. That's what I was there for. I'm like, we gonna get another knockout along that other boxing.
Oh, that's coming up.
Did you ever watch their reality show? It was called.
Lucy?
Yeah, it was called
2 episodes.
Coming Clean with Casey and Jodeci, trying to get them because they were, alcoholics.
Oh, I didn't know that.
2 episodes, Troy. You in this one.
Just one season. It was good. And what's her name? That was in the movies where Kid and Play. The dark girl. She's like a this person. So
Yeah,
them in shape and that kind of stuff.
I know what you're talking about. She does that with everybody. I can't think of her name. She was in a Baby Boy. She was Tyrese's mother.
Okay.
But she so she was trying to get them in shape, and they couldn't even walk a block. But I remember J. Anthony Brown said, "Only thing coming clean on that show is them brothers' shirts."
Oh,
But it didn't last. But I was
yes. Let me say one thing real quick. I gotta change the subject for a second since Yale is on here talking trash real quick. Yale, the Queen found something today, man. Wait a minute. Let me switch something just for a second, y'all. She found something today that might put you out of business, so I was able to bring it in. She found. Can you see that? Brisket rub seasoning, right?
Oh wow.
Look, you better get it together, bro. Because if she find a way to make brisket taste the way you do, you better get on it. So she look, and then she said, "Make sure I bring this back." So now I got to put it in the bag right now. I do not want to get in trouble because it's not even open yet. So let me throw this back. Look, in my bag right now, so I can forget it. I can forget the laptop as long as I bring that bag. We're good to go. But
I need some help, Troy.
see, we in agreement. I think you do too. Go ahead.
And I think I need the help of you and Shelley. Now, when we were in Ravens season, we got harassed weekly by them Steelers fans, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how that ended up for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got into baseball season, and the same Steelers fans happened to be Yankee fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And was going for my neck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they was talking all this time about, I can't wait to your King Brodie come on. I'm going to tell you how I feel. Now, the folks that whip that ass, if we doing good, they won't answer the phone. They won't answer a text.
Let me tell you, when we I posted the only thing I don't do because I got this jinx thing. So when I would talk trash before the game, and then I wait till after the series.
Okay.
So there's 2 people, and I saw Rosie. She's willing to come back because I had to go see her after we won the series. Like, she's a Yankee fan, so I had to roll up there. So as soon as I walked in, she said Chef Paulina. As soon as I walked in, she was like, "Oh my God!" She. I was like, "Yeah, I had to come through and see how you was doing." You know, nah, yeah. Actually, I didn't mean to. They brought the sausage and pepperoni right as I'm standing there, and I was really just coming to harass her.
And where is this?
In Catonsville. Oh. So I had to let you know when she's coming in. She's yeah, man. Oh Lord, what you doing? Oh, okay. I can keep going. We on the air still?
Yeah, we on the air.
All right, yeah, it's something going on around. But anyway, just to let y'all know, the concert. He can recall somebody. Don't be calling nobody, man. It's too late.
Because you have pizza.
No, that ain't called.
And then he got to lie about 60% and all that.
I'm on Troy's side with that.
That's new. That's new. Covered the weekend, but let me just get into my Yankee folks. All
right, Troy. I need your help.
This is how we can't stay on course. This is why we're here till 1 a.m.
And I mean, Miss Denise.
Yes.
Small situation we want to see if you can fix.
Okay.
Your brother has harassed us really, really tremendously, right? Now the Yankees got their hands bust open.
Wide open.
Communicate with us. Is there any way that you can get in touch with him and have him call me? Don't tell him why. Just tell him it's an emergency.
So you want to call you?
I want don't tell him to call me. Just say, DJ Rock needs you to call him right now. It's an emergency.
All right, I'll do that.
Thank you, you Steelers fan. Troy, when you call, get him, Troy. I swear.
So
What are these right here? How about that?
okay, he's a whole family, man. What's up with them?
Baby, too.
Oh, it's him. Because some guys insane. She gonna be a Steeler fan, but she and then
Boys fan.
Steelers and Cowboys. They don't even go together.
and yeah, Steelers, Cowboys, and she likes Ed Reed.
Yes.
No, you just get to like Ed Reed after that.
Yeah,
No.
Disrespectful she is, Shelley. She came in here with a Ed Reed jersey, you know what I'm talking about? She got a knee for Ed Reed and put a Steelers jacket on top of it. She put the jacket on Shelley and the power went out in the building. We're not exaggerating. We had a power outage in the building. She put the jacket on top of her jersey and the power went.
Oh no. No, Ed Reed, that's my man.
What's going on in the comments, bro? Yeah, I'm like,
I can't see him.
Man, in jail.
and even Wink says, who doesn't appreciate Ed Reed, Mr. Patriot himself. Yeah, well, you gotta go and you gotta pull it up on your Facebook. Yeah.
But you can go back to what you were saying, Troy. Please forgive me.
But the Yankee fans, man, they are, and look, I follow the King Brodie page. I follow everybody in our division. So anything that comes up Yankees, the Yes Network, all that stuff, I'm in the comments, man.
Right.
And just talking. But they are so, I even did a screenshot. They're like upset losing that series. They were mad the judge didn't play. Oh, let me say something. Let's start with that too. We might as well go right into the Orioles. That first game, that Friday night with Culture Club, man. I'm sitting there looking at the definitely a better looking. You know what, Wink? I'm gonna ignore it. Yes, that's Wink on there. I'm looking at the score.
I was watching the game, Troy. Watching the game. No. Because he told on you.
No. But I was really, it's really, you know, if you hit Google, it's got that little animated thing. So I didn't have like the actual camera, like, but I could follow like the animated thing. It'll show the batter, who's on base, that kind of stuff, and it gives you play by play. So with Culture Club, it was difficult because I'm like, it's 0-0. You know what I mean? And it was a delay. So Culture Club was delayed. Orioles delayed because I'm thinking, well, at least the game will be on. I can watch this. And so when we finally won, Santander hit that walk-off home run. I hadn't seen the game, right?
Right.
So I'll go back and I pull up the highlights. It's a YouTube channel. They always, I guess it's the Oriole channel, and they'll show the highlights of the game. The defense for the Orioles, man, have gone. I thought they've always been good, but they really did it against Tampa Bay. They were. I mean, and I'm still a Mateo fan, man, but Mateo did something and everybody got all upset. And I don't know if it was in the Tampa game or the New York game. I think it was the New York game. But I don't know what happened. But I still like Mateo. But anyway, the defense really showed up against Tampa. That 1-0 game, Urias was hitting the ball, man. But Urias, Henderson, I mean, they're diving left and right. I mean, they're diving, catching everything, throwing people out sitting down on their knee, or doing that Cisco one-hand flip and they're throwing everybody out, man. And that home run did it. So I was like, that was a great game. Like, this would be frustrating. I get stressed watching any of my teams. I really don't have fun until it's over and we win. but I'm stressed out watching. Do you like that?
I understand. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the Ravens.
Ratings are worse, and then you got a week because you got an hour. Like there's more time in baseball, and then you can go, okay, we had a bad inning. Assuming it's like 1 run, 2 runs, it's like you can get it together. But if the Ravens do something, or you see somebody get hurt, we're gonna talk about that in a minute because I got some Joe Burrow stuff I want to talk about. But look, everybody's texting now. It's interesting, but
It's tomorrow, huh?
I don't know what's going on.
Night.
Yeah. Chance, I haven't had a chance to read anybody's comments, but it looks like they're talking to each other and not us anyway. But
To the culture club, whatever.
yeah.
Winkler said something, which really was Bob. I told you it was Bob, but you blame Steven for the comment.
Oh, what was the comment? I'm blaming all of
How
y'all.
about the third shot? Shelley makes the third shot better. That came from Bob.
Oh, well, that should have known it was Bob, but it sounds like a wink statement.
Yeah, because him and his sweetness.
Wink, that's my guy.
We're not doing that.
We're gonna shoot Wink in the eye with some hot sauce.
But anyway, that game, Saturday they lost, and then they came back and they and did you catch any of the games or part of the games?
Because they were nationally televised. So I switched from, I don't have cable anymore, and I have YouTube TV, and they don't have Masson on YouTube TV.
It was on. It wasn't on national.
So this weekend I was able to watch a little bit of the game.
Okay. It's tricky when it's like I always go to Masson. So when I don't see it on Masson, it's like, oh my God, now I'm trying to figure out, between, and now Peacock acts up, but we have Peacock. So like when
Special surprise for you. Tomorrow, Wednesday.
I was nervous. I'm like, I'm not even gonna ask.
They switched streaming services at the Hillsman,
Mm-hmm.
and the owner and staff at the Hillsman
Mm-hmm.
got the O's network just for you.
Oh, really?
When the guy was there installing it on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
they purposely put in. He was like, I got to get the O's network for one of my customers. So he has an all O's channel, live games and previous games.
Oh, see, because that was gonna be a problem, man. It's like we getting late in the season, and I look up and I'm seeing I think he would have ESPN Classic on and stuff. I'm like, nah, the game's on. It's like I can't stay. Like maybe I get something to go and then roll out, and then he's too far away for me to do Uber. He's too far. That would be like triple. And let's say this: the food is great.
Yeah.
The food tastes good. It's presented well, and it's a good value.
So what?
Reed.
I know who?
Reed.
Reed.
Didn't you say Reed?
Somebody said it's a retail.
Oh. Because one of the guys that hang out there, his name is Tim Reed.
Oh.
Oh, I thought I was Reed. Like, damn.
Bob just said it's 3-0 Orioles. What's in Bob?
It's early.
Man, look, I wasn't expecting this. Where's my Oreo flag? I gotta have the Oreo bird running around. I'll find it. Y'all keep talking.
And I did Sunday for brunch, Shelley, and I got a chicken and waffles. Well, first of all, Shelley don't know how big the plates are, right, Troy?
Mm-hmm.
Not the big plate, but the small plate the sliders come on.
Mm-hmm.
The waffle covers that entire plate.
Oh.
So that's still a nice size plate.
Sure.
But Shelley don't know the size plate, so it's kind of hard to describe to her.
See.
They take the waffle covers away, and it's nice and fluffy, and then they put 6 honey fried wings on top.
Oh.
Man.
Oh, honey fried.
Honey fried, and then you get like a side of syrup. I done got hungry all over again.
Yale.
That's surprising.
Yale has made a comment that has slowed me up. Yale is thinking Bob. They don't need you to play. You need to be watching some Raven stuff, man.
Call Comcast and tell them you want to discontinue your service on there.
I just know somebody that handles Yale's cable. Somebody.
Your service, so you want to relocate service.
Yeah, just create static until the game over.
For at least 2 days.
Just leave his internet. Well, no, just cut everything off. But he works from home too, I think. So
He needs 2 days off.
You know that Sunday was the first time since I think 2016 that the Orioles were on Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN.
wow.
That was a long time. That's what, 7 years.
Wow.
So I'm glad they beat the Yankees.
Yeah, if they were going to do it, that was the time to be on there. And they were also saying that it was 1966 was the last time the Orioles were in first place and the Yankees were in last place. And then in '66 we won the World Series that year. So I'm like, let history repeat itself. Yale, you stay away from everything, please, thank you. And it's bottom of the second. And he says he streams all channels now. So we just need to just hit the fuse box, just cut everything off. Yeah, we're not liking you right now, bro.
Blackout City.
Yes. And that also reminds me, so my Yankee fans, because they I put up a meme, and I told you this, Rock. My goal is to always get somebody to start talking about their rings and their chance. So that was my thing. All the Hardy that you met when we were tailgating, and Rosie, so they're talking trash to me. Now I posted in my memory, memory that comes up on Facebook. Hardy sent something to me that was, and this was maybe 5-6 years, might be 8 years ago, I don't remember, but it was the standings. Yankees were in first place, and we were tied. We were like in fourth. I think there was somebody below us. We're in the last place. He said that to me in July, right? So I shared it, right? And then they're like, "Oh, you talking trash now because the Orioles are where were you in rings?" I'm like, "No, I'm sharing this because all Yankee fans, this is what they say, because we usually do well in April. We're hanging in April, even when we had bad years, kind of hanging around. And they all say the same thing. It's all about October. We just waiting for October, right? I shared that because it was July, and I'm like, y'all do interest along the way. But none of them, I really think once they start talking championships, and I feel it's the same way with the Steelers, you've given up on the season. If you got nothing to say about this week, I won't say the season, but you at least giving up on for that game. It's like you don't have nothing else to say. When you start talking about 6 rings, and you need to have a conversation with Wink or a Patriots fan, because at least their 6 rings are from this century. Y'all talking about something
right
when Rock had hair, when they had so that's always what you said.
When we met, you had hair too, right?
I still have hair if I allow it to grow.
Short.
I just think I look better without hair. My hair will grow. Let's go 2 months. Nobody shaved their hair. You down for that?
No.
Is that going to be a good look?
No, it's not.
It's not. That's why
it's not gonna be a good look. My hair does not grow even. So once I didn't know that. Well, once I shaved, maybe it was never growing even, but once I shaved it the first time, and then and I was debating on it. You know what I mean? I had to trick myself, and at the time I was wearing a fade. So I'm like, well, let me go bald instead of a fade. I just have it bald on the sides, and I wear a hat so I could get used to visualizing me bald. And then I went on, and then I gradually got cut down, and then shaved. I was like, okay. But then, Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, Onyx, all that stuff was going. Everybody had bald heads then. And but then when it started growing back, I was like, yo, it ain't growing even.
Yeah, sometimes when your hair grows back after you shave it, it's not always even.
I mean, it had been growing even all along. Oh, Lord. Is Yale telling the truth? He said it's 3-2 now. Dude, to block you from this page.
Yeah, some customers here want to buy some brisket. Come take the orders real quick. You ain't got to cook it till later on, but come take the orders.
Yeah, and ribs. I know you're doing ribs now.
Yeah, ribs.
You got Vienna sausages, those too. Just come on in.
Just come take the orders.
Ain't talking about here in Yankee fan. Something Yale said that he doesn't. He when he said last year he would like to see Aaron Judge get 60 home runs because he likes to see history. Am I calling you right? You said something ridiculous like that.
Should not be watching
Right, and it's like, no, you don't. And I try to explain to him that's like saying Pittsburgh Steelers have a chance to somebody's got a chance to rush for 400 yards or whatever in a game, and you want to see history. No, it's the Steelers. If somebody else does it, maybe. But I was like, I was annoyed with him from there. I went outside, not doing that again.
Stink without Aaron Judge.
And even though they got to be smarter when they pitch to him, I'm not afraid of Batista pitching to him. If you just don't throw it down the middle, even Cano, when Cano is off, I don't know. He'll hang. I have a problem with an 0-2 pitch going in the strike zone. That next pitch, you throw it out the stadium. I don't care where you throw it, but it shouldn't be. Now, if somebody reaches for it, they hit it. You know, they get the straight, but it should not be in the strike zone.
I'm not against putting him on base, depending on the situation.
He's a big boy.
Yeah,
That's a big dude.
it's huge.
And they
The strike zone is taller than me.
No, it's just a me. And his strike zone is taller than ours.
he's
She said his strike zone is taller than her. It's bad.
it is. He's that's how big he is though, man. I didn't realize how big he was until I think he was standing next to you ever see Chris Davis in person? I think he was standing next to Chris Davis.
Yeah.
And Chris looked small next to he looked small next to Aaron Judge. I want to say maybe it was his last year with us or something, but I saw him standing next to him. So now I need to see. I haven't seen Batista in person, but
I saw him in person when I was in Seattle when he walked by.
how tall is he?
He's big. He's big. He looked like he was just as tall as Aaron Judge. When I saw Aaron Judge in person before, so he's a big guy, and he might even be a little bigger than Aaron Judge. He's a big guy.
Troy,
Huh?
I'm so jealous of Shelley's life.
What happened?
Oh man, like Shelley, like that 65-year-old old retired white woman that got nothing else to do with her life but just live life. I'm 14, like how she feeling like someone retiree?
Because I'm retired. I'm a retired teacher.
Okay, so we getting there. So your main job now is a secondary job.
Exactly.
Okay, just like I'm learning.
Yep.
But Troy, like you get to Texas, Troy, you know, because when she wanted me, and previously and before with you all of them, because I was in my feelings. But she was seeing pictures of like wildlife. I'm like, you know, she was like, no. I was in my feelings, Troy. I was the most version of her trip, so it didn't cost me as much. Feelings, Troy.
Right.
Kind of highlights it. Then she all at the stadium.
Oh, I have to tell y'all, when I was in Ketchikan, Alaska, we went on this tour, and the girl was really good, our tour guide. We went on one of those duck boat tours, and so she was telling us, "Oh, you guys are really lucky today because there's so many bald eagles out just in the town, because it wasn't raining for once." So we saw so many bald eagles. They were just like going in the water catching fish. It was wonderful. But they also have a lot of ravens.
Really?
Yes, and the ravens fall behind the eagles and catch their scraps. Yeah, I even have some video I can share with you.
That's what you're saying. We don't want any of our NFL fans to think they're just saying that the Ravens are going to follow the Eagles this football season.
Birds, the actual birds, that's what they do.
We have it for flying purposes.
And then they start fighting.
The Ravens and the Eagles?
Yeah.
Sound like an NFL game.
It does. And the eagles are so much bigger than, like an adult eagle is so much bigger than an adult raven. But one fun fact about eagles and how they mate in the air.
Really?
So the girl was telling us that two highest causes of death for eagles are old age and mating, because they have to make before they hit the ground. And it doesn't always work out. And the friend of mine who's on the trip with us actually got video of 2 eagles mating that day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had to pull it up.
Wow.
But yeah, it was real interesting.
Oh, and speaking of I have to tell you something about it. What's my cousin just popped on from North Carolina?
He says it's Dollar Hot Dog Night.
Yeah, are you upset?
I am. I'm thoroughly disappointed.
We're gonna have to eventually we're gonna have to work out a show over at Polite Johnny's too. Yeah, we have to work that out, man. That's gonna be fun. We'll talk about that.
You can eat Johnny's.
Might as well. We're there promoting the show.
Or you can eat
the place
with chili and cheese.
Man, she's
put chili and cheese on it in that eating contest. I guarantee you I'd have
you gonna get the same amount. You just been happier. Look, I got Shannon. You just been happier. He was man eats all the time. Shelley eats all the time, but I think in a contest, I think he was nervous, and everybody's doing the same thing. Were you scared, right? You look scared, man.
No, it was intimidating people in front of me. Like the little dude that was in front of me. In the beginning, I was intimidated by him because I said, man, he's like a 11. He gonna eat more than me. I said, he got it done this before. But when we got going on, I got him. He's lightweight. I wasn't worried about him no more. I said, he's struggling over there. In the same number count, he's struggling. So I know I got him.
Okay, you just asked me a question. He said, can I explain in detail, like I say he always does, but I'm not going to do it the way he does it, of why I was upset about him rooting for Aaron to set a record. And I'm not going to take 20 minutes to do it, but I think it's real clear. You understand it, right? Let me get it back. Let me put it back in.
Yeah, I might be okay with it.
That's the problem. That's the problem, right? Yeah,
something good. You never want that.
Right. Do you ever, with the exception of needing to get into the postseason, do you ever root for the city? I rooted for them one time, and it was still hard. We needed them to beat somebody one year so we could get in the playoff. So I'm rooting for them, but it didn't feel right. But we needed them to win, and they won. I forgot how many years ago that was, but that's like the exception.
Yeah.
But to see somebody set a record, I need you to answer that, Yale. Would you want to see who's on there now? Well, also, do you want to see Ben Roethlisberger throw for 10,000 yards in a season because he set a record and you would witness history? I need to know that answer. We're gonna be quiet. Find the No. I need to know if you would be happy with that, man.
Call in.
He will be talking. Yeah. Call in, girl. Yes, call in while you're driving.
Yes.
But just be on speaker. That's another thing. I got to talk about you, Rock, on the phone. You the worst on the phone. You the worst on the phone. You know why he the worst?
Because Troy don't answer the phone.
100%, not 90, not 99. 100% of the time when Rock calls, I'm on speaker. Only time I've been on speaker like that when I broke my phone and I couldn't get the earpiece to work, so I had to put it on speaker. Is your phone broken? 100% of the time.
Because some of us have jobs to multitask.
No. Every time. And then he don't even leave messages. Like, okay, look, I'm going to give you an example. The last time he called me, right, he tried to pull a slick one. He called me, he hung up, then he called right back, right? He calls that 2 phone calls. He's like, I called you more than once. So he texts me. He said, right. He texts me, and then he says, see, I called you. You'll never answer the phone. I go look at my phone. It says, I missed 2 calls. I'm like, wow, 10:48. Both calls. See, 2 phone calls at the same time. It wasn't 10:48, 10:49, 10:48. Then guess what? Then he leaves me a message, and he's on speaker. He got the assassin on there with him, right? And he says, and what probably happened was he probably called me. I'm thinking of this lady. He probably called me and hung up the phone, and then Nicole probably said, why didn't you leave him a message? So that's probably why he called right back, I'm guessing. So Then he calls it, and here go the message. I got Nicole on here because I'm leaving proof that I called you and I actually left you a message. So I'm leaving you a message and I got a witness that I called you. He hangs up the phone. Now, he done called me twice. He done text me and he leaves a voice message. And I have no idea why he called. He doesn't talk because he's busy.
Right.
So I say, Rob, why don't you text me what it is? Can't do all that. But he'll call me and talk for 20 minutes and still don't say what happened. And then when I call him, he's like, are we still good for August 19th? Isn't that what you said? Isn't that what the call was for?
The call was more detailed than that.
No.
Conversation.
No. What else?
Started the conversation.
He could have texted, just to keep it simple. He could have put 8/19 good with a question mark. I'd have known what he meant.
Right.
But he gonna call me twice within the same minute, leave me a message and text me, and I still have no idea. And I never answer. I'm married again. Somebody call me, I answer.
Bring clarity to this situation.
Nicole, be impatient. But if he take a long time, Nicole, then it's a reason for it. Like he wants to explain it now. I'm ready. Go ahead. Right, because his phone is so state of the art. Go ahead.
I do have AirPods, but I don't use them. And usually I'm around here or something, so my phone is sitting on my desk while I'm still multitasking stuff, and I just make the phone call. But see what happened, Shelley. I need someone breathing out my neck because on my calendar it says event Troy ? I couldn't explain what it was because I wasn't sure. So I'm trying to call Troy for clarity because this person is yang in my ear and going off on me. But then they want to side with Troy, and I was trying to get clarity for her so she could stop yang in my ear, and Troy wouldn't respond. When it was clearly his date.
Okay.
So you wanted to know again.
Where we
The same thing is August 19th still a go?
But we needed to know what it was. We needed detail.
Okay.
As opposed to trying to type up a thesis, it was easier for me to call you and say, Troy, what's going on with the 19th? You can explain to me while we're on the phone with her and be done with it.
Why didn't you leave that in the message?
You couldn't text that?
No. It sounds so simple. Like I said, he will call me twice, according to him. He gonna leave me a message and he gonna text me. And so if you call and it's a missed call, you know somebody called you, right?
Yeah.
But because I see a missed call, I ain't never answer. I'm just telling you, I ain't gonna answer the phone ever until you get this right. Until we get this understanding right. Wait a minute.
You see what Yale typed?
Okay, wait a minute, Yale. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. We've been back to sports. Yale says, when we were younger, you didn't feel jealous of people who had seen historic things in baseball that we never did. I love history. I wanted to see it. I remember where I was when Bonds broke the record. Hank Aaron, oh, I thought he was going to say he remembered. Okay, never mind. When he broke Babe Ruth's record, I'm like, he did so. Okay. You saw Lamar break records, Walter Payton, Jim Brown. Okay, bro, I'm gonna say it again. I can't be any more clear. Exactly. Tell me when you was happy about seeing. Now, when we didn't have a team, if you would, what's he doing over there?
I didn't do anything.
I hear a speaker.
That's not a speaker. You got a phone call.
Hello.
See, together with. We're gonna talk about his phone game is horrible, y'all. It's horrible. Hold on, yeah, we're gonna come back to that, Yale. Are you sure somebody just pocket dollars?
They didn't pocket dollars. They dialed on purpose.
But who they talking to?
They want to be talking to us with all that background noise in the background.
Hello.
Who's it? The BT ones over here. Oh, need us. We gotta do. We're about to all in the videos, all in the background.
All on the right.
Bob says it's 3-3. It ain't look. It's looking bad. All right, who is this?
That's you.
The gangster assassin. Is that what's up, Nicole?
Hey, Nicole.
No.
All right, how are you?
You got that Android sound?
I now what's going on? Let everybody get a shot at the gangsters.
30% of people's my home. And she all in the background talking.
So you should have waited to call us.
You got nerve.
This is like radio.
But you just put them right on the air and you heard that.
Who is you guys? None.
I saw that on the somebody wrote that.
Nicole.
She wrote it.
You say Yang Yang?
She's smart. I'm glad
Oh,
Trying to call Troy. Were you not? Were you not fussing at me that day?
I know you didn't call Nicole for this.
Awesome.
How you just gonna throw? Oh my god! Game. Wait a minute, start over. Okay, right. When I listen to other shows,
People. Hello.
this is like a party. Yeah. Okay.
So part of what you're saying is true because he don't tell you all this story.
Yeah.
And let's say, Nicole, am I available on the 19th? I'd be like, let me see. I'm like, yeah. All right, Tiffany party 47. All right, what? I need to see more information. So do I what I'm supposed to put on the invoice? Like who the contact person was their number? So he was like, all right, I'll tell you later. All right, and because people will be telling him, I guess, while he's playing or whatever. But then he don't have all the information. So then he tells me. So when I go back to him, what was this? What am I supposed to do? Is this get available? Because I'm putting a question mark next to it because I don't know. They thought I know what I'm doing.
All right. So the fact that you said that, did you not say what's going on with Troy in the 19th? Did you say that?
Yes, I did.
All right. Did I pick up the phone and call Troy?
Yes, you did.
After you on the phone the first time, did I text Troy?
Did you what?
Did I text Troy?
I think you did.
Troy, you said to me, well, we can't prove that you called Troy. You probably didn't sign what Troy asked, so I called Troy a second time.
Yeah, I said technically you can't tell Troy that you called because I didn't hear the answer machine.
So I called twice, correct?
Yes, you did.
Correct?
I got it.
I called twice and I sent text, right? You don't know what's going on the 19th yet.
Oh, it was for sale.
But when did you tell us that?
Thank you.
Call back.
What for? Sound crazy.
And you called him. He did call us back.
Yes.
Like, hey, Troy.
Yes.
And he was like, hey, Nicole. And he was like, man, is the 19th still going on? And she over here asking me these questions. Da, da, da.
That's exactly.
He said that, no, I think the event got canceled or something like that. Cause I knew you were supposed to do sales. That's all that I had in there.
It's going forward. What's going on? You contact Troy and you get the information you need. Don't ask me nothing about his name.
I would prefer that.
So you have to give me all the complete information.
I gave you what he gave me.
That can't be true because you didn't know the answer.
Because you didn't give it to me. I heard what you gave me.
What did I give you?
August 19th, 12 to 3.
That's all I said.
That's all you gave me.
Bro, you out your mind.
And you give me more than that because I have on it highlighted and it says Troy for sound and I take time.
You got caught in a lie in real time.
But
Real time. Look, gangs, Nicole, I will always be dealing with you from now on, and I'll give you full information. Please be at the meeting tomorrow. Please be at the meeting tomorrow and let me know what's going on for the 20th.
Tomorrow, Snow Jam, 6 to 10, 5707, Bel Air Road,
Did you?
Choice too, and they sing. But I got a group and they sing Choice.
Oh, tomorrow?
Hi.
You said tomorrow?
Oh.
You said
I got a group coming out and they sing. One of them is my cousin, one of them is my girlfriend from church, and then we gonna put on a show tomorrow.
you said tomorrow. I'm gonna let everybody know Nicole can sing. Nicole can sing. All right.
All I know, next thing, tell me this is gonna be recorded. Me doing duet like we
you just heard.
when you sing, you gotta look me in my eye. I was doing on the patio. He think Lucifer. He's saying if that's what's for marriage.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry. I'm not gonna
Okay.
you should be yourself.
Nicole, what's the house song? Tell them the house song.
Don't you wanna
What you wanna do? What you wanna do? Everybody can go, but nobody can get down.
Yeah.
Oh man.
See you tomorrow.
You're acting funny, man.
Thanks, Nicole.
He's
And you trying to make me seem like I'm crazy. I'm not.
Look, I'll never forget that last time you was telling him, you was giving him some information. I don't remember what it was, and he felt like you was talking too long and taking too long to tell him whatever it was that you told him. And you're like, "Look, I gotta tell you the way I gotta tell you." Blah blah blah, all that stuff. But when he do something, it's different. It's different.
see, you ain't gonna say nothing as long as Luca Brasi on the phone.
But then when you do it, then you start. I'm like, well, I'm telling you the other part so you'll understand why this was said like it was.
I don't need to know the car was glued to realize you got pulled over. Just tell me you got pulled over.
Maybe you do. Maybe the story was that.
Fucking pulled over.
But maybe they were supposed to. Right, listen to the story. Maybe they got the wrong blue car. You need to wait until the story's over. Nah, bro, we ain't taking your side. You've been wrong too many times in 10 minutes. And then
You can't complain about the way somebody else feels. You can't not complain about how somebody else tells a story.
In the
oh my Lord.
Yeah.
platform.
No.
Look, and everybody.
Hey, yeah, he's looking at practice. Now watch. Soon as you hang up, watch Yale say hello.
What's the thought on it?
You ain't getting nothing else from Yale. Yale done with you.
You bring it.
You won't even say hi with you on the phone, so we know he ain't bringing you.
Look, wait a minute. Let me.
All right, can y'all hear me? I told you. I told you already.
Uh-oh.
Hey Nicole,
You said it's-
I don't put sauce on my ribs. I don't put any sauce on my ribs.
I guess you're gonna start right now.
I'll make them for it.
Like you, she not saying.
Look, now I got
Almost as good as her uncle, but I don't put sauce on
Yeah, probably put sauce on it.
They tender. I give you that. They're real tender. Fall off the bone tender.
it. But I'll make some more ribs for you.
with some
All
sauce.
to do with that.
Boy, right?
I'll make it to all there. My second smoker, the original one was just refab and it's ready to go. So I can do smaller orders. I don't have to wait till I got like 40 slabs to go. I can do like 3 chickens.
Turkeys.
Hmm.
Is that the one that smokes the turkeys? By chance?
No, the big pig breed does turkey. You get a turkey from the pig show this fall. You know,
Okay, thank you.
Do I have a turkey coming?
you want the turkey.
I'll give you
He said you are.
Look, man, everybody got that.
If I can go 70s on guys, both job turkeys. I heard the night y'all were clowning me.
What's he talking about? What night?
You know how Dale will take 40 minutes to tell you one thing? Oh, true.
Bro, that is true. That is true, man. Look, we all, you know it.
In the airport, like, already.
Yeah, you know when it comes to the Ravens. I'm not saying everything, but when it comes to we ask you a quick question. Hey, what's the status of Lamar? Well, you know.
the only get certain type of shoes, and certain type of shoes he goes to college. And those that allowed him to perfect his running style that allowed him to get 378 yards last year.
Let's call Yale right now to see if we can get some donation money for these kids to go to the track camp. There's nobody ever called me to get that.
Look, look. We're gonna talk about that later.
Where
Yeah,
is George?
the kids. No, the kids are in Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah,
The kids in Iowa.
we'll call you after the show.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call you after the show.
But the kids are in Iowa. I say it again, Troy.
Iowa.
After the kids in
He was putting a bunch of syllables, like 5 syllables. Iowa,
Iowa.
M-I, crooked letter.
Can't wait.
Iowa.
Iowa.
They won't let you in the state if you can't.
Competing.
Right. Good thing you didn't drive, because you'd have taken them. Who knows where you would have taken them. I gotta ask Yale. You standing by that seeing history by the Yankees? You still standing by that?
Did you read the rest of the comment?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. I don't think I did. Besides with him. Hello? Who's that? Roger Speed.
Nah, that's the assassin.
Oh, okay, that's good. Besides with him being in, I was hoping he would leave there and go anywhere else. Hopefully, wait a minute. You tell me what it said. It's a lot of reading, man. Oh, wait a minute,
I know. In more than 4 words will get you. Here's the deal. Remember,
he
in a contract with the Yankees, so they had given him a 1-year contract with an arbitration or whatever they said.
right.
And I wanted him to have a good year and then let him go so he would get the hell out of the division. I was hoping against hope he would use the sellers, not buy. So, but I wasn't rooting for the Yankees. I was rooting to see the brother break the American League home run record.
That's
Because a brother had held the record, and then it was broken by what's his name. Because Babe Ruth was really a brother. People don't want to praise Babe Ruth.
He wasn't.
tell
Yeah,
him.
look at him.
Well, he already
Well, not too, but also something that's the story they're going with. But that Springbrook was the black man.
Who's an orphan? Now,
Springbrook was an officer.
fix my Aaron Judge. Okay.
Okay.
So you rooting for Aaron Judge because the Yankees spend money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't want to spend money on him. And I wanted him to burn them up, get the record, and then roll out and tell him to kiss his butt. But I wanted to be able to say I was there when the American home run and stuff was historic stuff. I like to see that. I like to mark that. You know, I remember my father talking about certain things he saw when he was a kid. You know, it's history. It's history. I didn't want the Yankees to make the playoffs, which I don't think they did that year. I didn't want to see the Yankees beat us. I just wanted to see Aaron Judge break the record, a brother break the record, and leave the Yankees and leave them sitting there looking like, damn, we should have paid him.
So
My story, and I'm sticking with it.
okay, my question again though, would you like to see the Steelers set any record at all in the NFL? Anything. Any record.
It's different. It's different. I'm not talking about team.
You're talking about
I'm not talking about a rival
player.
team. I'm talking about seeing a historic thing happen.
But it was an historic.
Absolutely no investment in Walter Payton or the Browns. I mean, or the Bears back then, but I wanted to see Walter Payton get the record. I wanted to see. I want to be able to say I saw it.
Here go my question. Because I never heard you mention Steelers in any that I just asked you. Would you like to see this year, this upcoming NFL season, anybody from the Steelers, any individual set a record, an NFL record? Would you like to see that?
Say Najee Harris.
Like, what's that again?
For instance, someone like Najee Harris, would you like to see him break the rushing record for yards or something like that?
I don't know that I would like to see him break the record or set the record, but I would like to be watching when he does. Like, you know, if he's like having a great year, I don't care. But if they say, okay, we're gonna switch this thing because Najee Harris is 3 yards away from breaking the record, I might want to see that. But conversely, you know, I was just watching the video and I posted it in the group. And I didn't realize this at the time. The Ravens caused Barry Sanders to retire.
Yeah, I just saw it on one of them sports specials.
Yeah. He was 50 yards and set the record for consecutive years running for 1,500 yards, whatever. And he got it, and then they took yards away from him by hitting him behind a lot of stuff like that. You know, as long as it ain't just us and it's something historic, I don't mind seeing it. But I'm not going to root for him to do it. I was rooting for Aaron Judge for the reasons I said. I wanted him to burn the Yankees and leave.
Okay.
But you realize if he leaves, you know who will more than likely sign him.
But he was for San Francisco. I was almost a fait accompli. He was going to San Francisco or San Diego, which would have caused me to get the ball away from us.
Yeah, but Boston always signs a guy like that.
But they're saying he wanted to go to the Bay Area where he was from. So I was good with it. Now he ended up re-signing with him, and I was upset. I was upset when he had a home run the other night when they played us. But I also said tonight I'm rooting for the Yankees because they're playing Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay is mollywopping them. You know, it's something like
it's totally different from rooting for to have another record.
Yes.
I just wanted to see it, and I wanted them to get burnt like they do us all the time. When we have a good player like Moose Mulligan, and they take him from us, or what's the boy's name, Teixeira from Mount St. Joe.
Yeah.
He didn't want to sign with the Orioles. He wanted to sign with the Yankees. That was his dream. Nobody gave him any grief about it, and I was like, "Yo, this is on the street."
Oh, that's true. Look, and it's so funny. We were at a game. I went to St. Joe. My son went to St. Joe, and we were sitting around other people that went to St. Joe. but we didn't know it. And when he came up, we were crazy. I was like, he's like, he went to my school. I'm like, what school? Because they look young. And I'm like, so it was a whole bunch of St. Joe dudes.
Right.
He was blowing them like crazy. And then he did crack one. I was mad. I'm like, stumped on him. Was he with
Teixeira?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Was it because he was with Texas first, but he couldn't hit curveballs. But I'm like, just don't hang it over the plate. But he made the adjustment. Yeah. But we was booing like crazy.
But his first opportunity, he went to the Yankees and was happy about it. Like,
yeah,
bro, really? See, that's where I get where you are. That's where I get where you are.
I can't root for them. That's another reason why I can't root for them, because we lost we lost to Cher. What team did Weeders go to?
Can't remember. I saw
team, whatever team.
Who was our relief pitcher who was really good? He went to the Yankees.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name. Because he had set a record, I think,
he did
for saves in the season.
His face, I can't remember his name. He was good too.
Yeah, but we had a terrible team. Yeah. Oh my God, it would have been, because he's probably not even playing now. It would have been. I am mad that I can't think of somebody. Let me look in the comments. If he's listening, Washington. Oh, I think she's talking about Weeders. Right, Weeders did go to Washington. That's right. He went to the Nats.
Okay,
I think so. What? But it was Johnson or. The last time because he didn't pitch the last time we were in the playoffs and we had Buck and we went those extra innings and he put in Ubaldo instead of oh man, you made
just because he's paid. He was awful after they signed him to all that money.
I think his plan was to, like, if we could just get a lead, then put him in and he can close the game up. But it's like it's do or die. You gotta throw everything you got. Yeah. And the thing I don't understand with pitching and everything else is everybody lifts weights more and everybody's stronger, bigger, but they're playing less in baseball. Mm-hmm. Like you only pitch, like to say that Batista's worn out because he pitched 2 games in a row, but it's 20 pitches. Right. But it's like that bothers me. Yeah. It's like why that
him?
Yeah. Put him in there.
Yeah.
But if need be. And sooner or later what
about Buck. He was overthinks. He overthinks.
Yeah. He's a Buck fan.
What's he doing now?
One problem I had was with Manny Machado.
Y'all, I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I've been saying forever. Buck is good to get a team on the way, but he can't cross the line.
No, he can't finish, right.
And when he came here, everybody was excited. I was like, he's going to get him to the playoffs, so that's all they're going to do. And sure enough, he got him to the playoffs and blew it. He blew it. I don't know that much about baseball compared to y'all, but I know when there's no more tomorrow, you don't stay
tomorrow. That was just on yesterday.
And it's also the close thing, right? Like, you just need somebody to shut these people down. You send up somebody who's serving up cassava melon. You need it. Like, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Troy's shoes, and I just noticed that he's got on some serious real bird shoes.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see.
I like them. They slick.
Rock will get mad.
I saw
every time
he first came in.
Oh man. So yeah, I actually got him at the stadium, and I couldn't believe they had my size. I was like 14, and I was like, "Wait a minute! I see stuff and I get mad, and I gotta order them online." But I was at the game. I'm like, "Oh, I'm putting these on now." So, but I will say this: they're only good for the game. They ain't gonna last all day. There's not a whole lot of support in there.
They're just for show.
Yeah, I wear them to the game, but I have
your entrance shoes like women be wearing.
I have some Raven shoes like that. That'd be too bad. Like
I will say, okay, I can't deny it. My wife has it so easy because anytime it's time to give me a gift, if it's orange or purple, she cannot go wrong. But she has gotten me some cool. So she got me a pair of orange Nikes and purple Nikes that are identical. So
You wear one.
this year, if we in the playoffs and the Ravens are playing, I'm be half purple, half orange. Now I put them together a couple of times. We haven't had that many times where they're playing late and playing well. But if they're playing this, so if the Orioles are playing on a Sunday, because we know the Ravens will be, I gotta wear both colors. So I'm like, I don't know if she knew I would do that, but I as soon as I saw, I'm like, I gotta wear these at the same time. Then I gotta get so I went and got some socks. So I got my Raven socks. I got like a half and half, and I got a vest that has a Raven on one side and Oriole bird on the other. But she cannot go wrong. But I used to call those, they're like leather shiny, so I used to call them formal. They're my formal. My formal shoes. I wear those when it's raining. They formals, you know what I mean? It's like your tux shoes or whatever. But I have other purple stuff that I wear. I could just wipe off or whatever. But they were my formals. She got me 2 pair of shoes that say Ravens on them, and it has my name on them too, and it's got the logo.
Oh, okay.
When they came in, I was damn near in tears. I couldn't wait. I will wait for them here. I want them here once. But it's the weather, like I need to know it's going to be clear all day. If I come out and it's raining or something, then I'm going to be barefoot. I'll probably catch me with it. I'm not wearing, they're not touching bad weather. So I
support you wearing, one shoe of each. Just make sure one's the right and one's the left. Left shoes.
No, man, that won't happen. That used to happen when I was younger. I had those moments, first grade, I think. But there's some bad shoes. I have to make sure I post those.
My ex-boyfriend came to pick me up one time. We were going to a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So he came to pick me up. And he had to change in my house because he was coming from work. So he looks in his bag and he has 2 left shoes. He actually wore them to the wedding. Like,
I guess he had no choice.
He's looking slewfoot.
It's even worse. Me and my dad went to a home we met. My dad had on the same shoe, but one was brown and one was black. He kept the dog in the room and didn't realize he had one shoe that was black, one was brown. And he became self-conscious and he was trying to hide it. The more he tried to hide it, it brought more attention to it.
Man, now I've had a blue and a black sock because they were last. Yeah, I've done that before.
That left and right shoes weren't invented until Civil War. Before then, there was no left or right shoe.
Of course, you would know that.
That's like a teacher taught me that, Shelley. A teacher taught me that.
Teachers don't know everything.
But he changed stuff.
Yeah.
And he can't wait to unleash it. But sometimes I just don't
know. The problem is none of the stuff that I remember from school ever helped me pass the test. Like, I did now because I can remember none of this stuff.
Fun facts guy.
How do you do with trivia, Yale?
Huh?
How do you do with trivia? Are you good at trivia?
I am.
Yeah, I was one answer or question, whatever, away from making it to the second round of Jeopardy to go on a TV show. I missed about one question.
Well, I bet you ran out of time in giving the answer. Okay.
Well, back then they give you a slideshow, and you got a certain amount of time to write your answer.
You got one wrong, and you only got one wrong.
I got one. I had more than one wrong. You had a certain amount. You had a certain amount that you had. You could get wrong. Went to the next round.
Right.
And I made it to the first round, and the second round, the questions were a little bit harder. And I knew the answer, just couldn't get it to come. Like it could. It didn't help that I've been out drinking the night before and was really hungover and should have been home resting. I'm driving to DC for this damn thing.
So Troy, listen to me, Troy.
Okay.
If you get up to 4 questions wrong and you get 4 wrong, you miss 4 questions or 1 question. I mean, Troy, I know.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was telling the story, I would tell it the way Yale told it and hope nobody would ask me. Because they only needed was one. And
That's a fair test. If you get 85, you're in. If you get 84, you're out of 100. And I got 84 out of 80, out of 100.
You knew 16 or 15.
It doesn't matter. Only 7 people out of a room of 100 made it that far. So,
That's it. You before one of the 7.
how many would you get? How many would you get? Would you let it pass the test they put on, they sent you to get some
Book variety.
For Google,
I'm proud of you, Yale.
I just don't want you to say I missed it by 1 when you missed it by 5.
I missed it by 1. If I'd have gotten 1 more, who knows? We made it to the next round. One of my high school classmates, actually did a show. She
Yeah.
did one.
So was it?
I'm older than Mason by like
Who am I older than this? We might be around the same age.
How old?
Maybe a year older than me.
He's
Oh shit, you gonna tell him but he old.
I need to.
How old is
I did your birthday party 5 years ago, and his birthday party was 2 years after he turned 60.
Oh, you mean the party he did not invite?
Invite you. They had brisket.
Oh,
This is brisket.
I bet that was nice.
rock causing problem.
I can either confirm or deny a year later if you got an invite or not.
I
There was
did
people who got
not.
invite. He said they were coming and never showed up. So there was a whole lot of extra food that went home with the 2 people you sitting with who don't talk to you.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I'm surprised it was extra food because Rock did some damage before. Look, we'd have had that conversation. Were you listening last week?
Last week, there was no sound.
That was Troy's fault. WMG was
In a bunch of lists and no sound, no matter what you tried.
I was defending you, yeah, because I was like, Rock did some damage before 90% of the guests. So he put on
To the person was like, I'm the DJ, so I get to be first, and next to the next person. For Rock, as a DJ saying, he was over there near the food service.
Shelley, don't listen to me.
Where to meet that lady?
But I left my thing on the hand. We gave you the thing we discount, then we wanted another 50% off.
Ain't nobody get no discount. Don't make Luca Brasi call up in there. Now you want no discount.
right. That's where it all started.
About how much I had to pay. But I'm not joking. How many pennies I'm selling are paid?
What?
You can check with the DJ and you get, well, Mr. Beverly, all I know is it says right here you have not paid.
Uh-oh, Gangsta is back on here. She's back on, I see.
And listen, speaking of the Gangsta Assassin, right, we got booked for a gig 2 Sundays ago in La Plata, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, normally the way it works, when she sends out the invoice, we normally ask for a deposit to confirm the date, so that lets us know you're serious, right? I'm kind of siding with Yale because I don't know what the conversation was about these people, but she said, we got some for deposit, right? So I'm intimidated. I'm like, yeah, Nicole, we asking for a deposit. The bill was paid, so I'm siding with Yale.
But she got it.
The man, he was like, what for? He just wanted it done.
Yale, you must be right.
She called me. That was so funny. She called me as I was pulling up the app to make the payment. I was like, oh,
You have to mention that. You gonna pay? The balance is what I said about that. You gonna pay like 20?
She may call in again. What's up, Rick? You remember Rick Burrell, Yale? Does that name sound familiar? He was in the bowling league we were in. I'm gonna give Rick a shout out. Rick texted me. I don't know if it's Sunday morning. I'm gonna tell a little story on you, Rick. So if you don't want me to tell it, you better type something in there. I get a text saying that Mike Tyson had passed away, right? From Rick, right? So Rick texts me. So I'm like, so first thing I do is I am I'm sitting there. CNN is on, right? Oh, I was watching headline news, so I was watching Forensic Files. I fall asleep to that, right? So CNN is on, and I'm like, all right, so I'm turning to channel 13. I'm turning to 45. I'm scrolling. Look, and then I'm actually scrolling Facebook because everybody posts stuff or whatever, and I'm changing channel. So I'm sitting still. I'm like, all right, I'm not responding to the text. I'm not saying anything because I'm like, because that happens all the time. Right. People will send me stuff, but since I've been doing this, people are always sending me sports stuff all the time, and like half the time it's wrong, right? But I don't say anything. I just go, okay, thanks. But I never got text messages. It's like all kinds of messages. There's a few people there's one guy, and I'm gonna introduce him to y'all before the season start, and he. Everybody sends him stuff that he verifies it, and then he sends it out in a group text. So, like, if somebody's traded or he wants to talk Orioles, he'll send me stuff. But Rick has said that out. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna go with that. But like, for example, like Kobe, like when the first person that's texted me about Kobe, I saw, and I'm like, and it ended up being true, right? But it was everywhere. I'm sitting going, no, this can't be right. But then it didn't take long. And then, of course, the dreaded TMZ, they seem to never be wrong about anything. But, and I'm waiting. Yeah, it's not like the National Choir used to be. National Choir, after they talk about Jimmy Carter had an alien baby with, something they used to do back in the day. But anyway, that Rick ain't never say nothing. He might have turned and watched for 5 minutes and then left. But anyway, that's what that reminded me of. But Rick sent me that, and then he texted me later, about an hour later, it was a hoax.
Oh, wow.
But whatever he saw, there are people. I got people on Facebook that
430.
Okay, I'm feeling better.
So is that all right? Let's keep Hale on the line.
Yeah.
Hale on.
Hey, you're here. I'll let you know who the Orioles are.
Before you bullshit me real quick.
I'm being serious.
You mentioned the bowling league. You remember Freddie Corbin, right?
I know that name. Who seen?
He was the team captain on my team. Freddie, one of the nicest. You found it, and Freddie was two of the nicest guys in the bowling league.
He was. Okay.
Tall guy. I just found out that his wife passed away, and I'm trying to reach him so I can offer it my condolences. Cynthia Corbin was a hell of a lady. She was a real nice lady.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, way to reach out to Freddie.
Yeah. Sorry to hear.
It was SSA Thursday night.
Is that what it was?
Oh, and Woodlawn?
That was the first one, and Woodlawn, yeah. And then it was Tuesday commercial. I don't know if you bowled Tuesday commercial.
Yeah, I did Tuesday. That was third.
That was old people. People. So they sat with the handicap bag. They went to the bowl area with their bags on rollers and walkers, and they come set this stuff up and then beat the shit out.
What time was that one?
Well, it was like at 8:30 or 9 o'clock every Tuesday night. We bowled like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Oh, yeah. So they were all retired. They didn't have no on the next day. They kept there bowling.
They up all night.
There was a Social Security league that would come in like midnight. And remember, y'all know Nate. Yeah. Nate used to do the lanes, and then Nate went to full time, but they were doing something weird with the hours. So they asked me to work that night. right?
Oh, you worked there.
I used to work there.
Okay.
But I wasn't a lane. Like I knew how to do little stuff. Like if like when it would be like that midnight madness, and all your cousins out there throwing 20 balls down the lane at one time, they all stuck. I knew how to spot pins, get the balls that were stuck and stuff like that. It was minor stuff I could do. So, but they couldn't find anybody to work this league. So apparently they worked at Social Security and they got off late. So that was the only time they could bowl. And it would be like, they would be done like 2, 3 in the morning. So they asked me to do it, and I was like, okay, extra money. And damn it, the first thing that broke down, like if they have a blackout, it's really a fuse. 9 times out of 10, you just hit the switch. It looks like you're doing something amazing, but it's just like a fuse. So you pop the switch back, or you may have to wait a second and something's jammed. Like if a pin slides, it may black out. You have to remember that. Then you have to knock the pin out. Then hit the switch. Then you got to reset the pin. It was simple, but the very first time I got back there, and they know it's me because nobody's back there. So they're calling blackout on lane 10, and I was like, what? And I'm sitting at the counter, right? So now I'm going back there, so they all know it's me, right? And can't fix it. Like, that's all I know. So then I'm like, well, I know how to take the whole thing out and put another one in. So they had some stuff sitting around like this. I'm just going to replace the whole thing and put it back in. So all of those were broken. I don't know. Right. So I'm putting everything in. And as I'm trying to fool around with it, I see something light up next to me where they done turned another lane on. They didn't even tell me. What the hell? You don't know what he doing. They just turned the lane on. Everybody picked up their stuff and moved. But I got scarred up from, people are bowling. They don't know you down there. Yeah. So I started learning how to put the gate down. He showed me a bunch of stuff. But I didn't belong back there. That was equivalent to me being a DJ.
Right.
So like if
you could always fix like a ball jammed in the gutter because that's where a lot of your balls end up going.
Oh, I'm gonna let them have that. See, now I ain't saying them about your birthday party. Oh wait a minute, they brought out the cake, right, and a fire extinguisher. So I'm just saying. Oh, look, let me get the laughing meme up there. Okay, go ahead. You can ask him now.
Yep. 178, 177, 10.
No.
And what was the handicap? The handicap was 54?
He think you said 100 plus your age. That's probably what he thought.
What was your average, Troy?
I was 220. Bruh, I was the man. No shit. Actually, when I quit, I never did average 200. No, probably then. Huh?
The highest I averaged was like 157.
I averaged like 192, 193 when I stopped. And everybody else kept bowling. So when I see these scores, but when I was bowling with Yale, it was probably about the same. I think me and Yale was about even. Wouldn't you say?
No.
Oh, then I was better. Then. I was trying to not make you sound bad.
I'll be honest with you. My average was like, seriously, my average was 158, right?
Oh,
then I was having problems. My average was like 158. And then I had to have shoulder surgery. And I had my shoulder surgery, and when I came back, recovered from my shoulder surgery, my average went up to 168. And I was like, what? I had to have my wrist operated on. Recovered from this, my average went to 172.73. And depending on which league, it would be like 172 or 176, somewhere in there, depending on which league I was and what house I was in. But yeah, after I had my right shoulder and right wrist operated on, I became good. I was ready to have him cut off an arm, see if I got in there. All I know is Troy was Mr. Clutch. Troy was the reason for that whole Miller Lite commercial with Rodney Dangerfield where Ben Davidson was out here and he need this one pin. And you made it like Troy. Y'all are down by 210. All you gotta do is throw the ball down the middle. And Troy would throw the ball and it would hit the 10 pin and go in the gutter. With all his team. His father was standing there with the torch like, Yeah, we're gonna kill this nigga.
He bowled almost every night.
Every night.
My mom bowled almost every night.
Mr. Brodie was the man. Mr. Brodie was the man. He was the nicest guy and could bowl his ass off. Mr. Brodie was the man. He was the man.
So he worked 100 a week. He bowled 50 hours a week. And then between that and cutting hair and then, oh man, I don't know how he did it. He never had like issues with his knees or, and, you know, he never, only thing, if my dead stomach would be sore. It's I'm a little sore, buddy.
You wrap it up.
But
And every time they even that liquid sketch, you say, yeah. You put that all on the stuff.
I forgot about that. Man,
Bowling is the reason why my fingers are crooked now.
you used to bowl a lot?
From the age of like 8,
Mm.
I started in Pikesville.
Well, shoot, we need to do a well, once I get my hip, I don't know what'll happen on my hip. I can't bend that side. If I was right here,
You talking about my age and your hip going up?
man,
You talking about my age?
I got the Bo Jackson, man. I got the Bo Jackson thing. It's like, I don't know. I have to try to bowl and see. I don't know if I can. I'm still playing softball though, but that's different. It hurts to run. It doesn't hurt to like swing the bat and stuff. So a combination of running and then I don't know. We need a bowling. Do we need to have a little bowling tournament thing?
Yeah, I know the last time I tried to bowl after not bowling for many years, and it'd probably be the same thing for everybody that's sitting in that room.
Mm-hmm.
2 days later, my ass cheeks were on fire.
I bet. I ain't bowling so long.
Piece of my hamstrings were burning. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I can see that. I can understand that. Oh, let me say something while you are here. Seriously, you. I'm gonna just say something about the Orioles real quick, man, in reference to our division. And power rankings. I know how you love those. Oh, you know what? The Major League Power Ranking, yeah, they actually make more sense to me, at least in the top 10. And I got Shelley here. But first, let me tell you, Orioles right now. Okay, they got the Blue Jays. Then we got the Mets. We going. That's the Queen's team. So she went and got tickets for the same way she did Culture Club. She went and got tickets for the Mets.
Okay.
So
Man, the Culture Club concert, man, that was
anyway,
yeah, man.
let me say this real quick though, in reference to I don't want to ever hear CP time anymore unless it's C is for Caucasian. I'm telling y'all, they did not open that gate on time. They ain't start nothing on time. The music was too low. It was fun though. It was fun, but it didn't start on time, so it's not. It doesn't just happen at CFG Arena. I'm just telling y'all for all my multicultural listeners. I'm just saying we didn't get through the gate when we were supposed to.
Speaking of the weekend, man, who watched the Spence Crawford fight?
Oh, I did.
You did watch it?
I did. I watched it. Didn't he?
Sorry, there's a picture until I talk about how you get tickled pink, man. What the fuck is on that boy?
Did you see it yet?
No.
All right, I didn't see it. All right, I'm gonna let y'all look. Y'all tell me about how it started and all that because I didn't see it.
Start with the pre-fight briefing and all the shit that Spence was talking. I'm gonna get that jump.
And I don't know if you've seen the memes on like Facebook or whatever, but you know, he looked like, remember when Martin got beat up? And
Yeah, I saw the memes.
well, he kind of looked like that.
Yes.
He really did. That's how bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
It really was bad. I mean, Troy, I've seen a lot of fighters get an ass whooping, but this one was, he punished that boy for 9 rounds.
For it to be such a big fight.
Yes. He punished that boy.
Wasn't even a match.
And it was supposed to go 10?
Supposed to go 12.
Oh, okay.
He knocked him out in the 8th, but you know, the belt went ding ding. So, we had to go to the 9th round. Dead on his feet, man. He was. He ain't had nothing for that boy. And then now, Crawford did the honorable thing though. After the fight was over, he gave him his belts back. Yeah, he gave him after the fight was over. He handed him his belts back.
Yeah.
He's disrespectful at first because when the fight was originally over, you know the belts had pictures of them on the belt. Why he pulled his picture? I'm in the ring. I'm talking first thing he did was pull the pictures off.
Wait a minute.
Gave back.
You said, wait a minute, the
Winner.
gave the belts to the loser.
Crawford's still a champion.
Wait a minute. If he lost?
Crawford won.
Right.
Sorry.
So when Crawford got the belt,
Yes, after he won the fight.
he's saying he gave him back. I ain't
He
seen
gave
it
it to
happen.
Spence so Spence can take him home.
Oh.
So Crawford will get any belt.
The belts anyway.
Yeah, Crawford would get any belt.
Mm.
He would get any belts, but he did the Admiral thing. When the fight was over, you know how they do the after the fight press conference?
Mm-hmm.
He handed him his belt back.
Okay. I didn't catch any of it, but
So
I see them.
Right.
I saw the memes. Memes are all over the place. Like I said, I was confused because they were sure every fight, every meme I saw involved a fight where somebody got beat up bad. And I couldn't tell if that was the actual fight or because I don't know what the boxers, I don't know what any of them look like. But I just kept seeing this, results of the fight and everybody being sarcastic. But every time, like, there's one in particular where the dude was talking and then bam, got hit. And I'm sure that didn't happen. I'm sure it wasn't that fight now. But when I was looking, I was like, oh, is that what happened in the fight? And then it was just different things. It could have been from movies, could have been anybody that got beat up bad. People were saying that was the fight.
Because Spence was running his mouth.
He was. That's why they gave it to him like that because
He wasn't humble at all.
Mm-mm.
And everything he said he was going to do was done to him. He put them. He got them down twice in the 7. Like,
Has anyone been keeping up with the Women's World Cup?
no.
No, and they've been.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's on in the morning, so and I'm like,
3 a.m.
who's?
9 p.m. Like the first match.
So are they showing?
I played at 3 a.m.
Right.
last night.
Somebody's on because Fox 45 is showing it like they're coming on later, and I think it's.
Well, they showed a
Or was it 13?
Like
So it's a repeat. Okay.
more than likely.
Okay.
But
How are we doing?
we're doing okay. But I'm not really into the U.S. women that much. You know, Dennis Rodman's daughter
Right.
plays,
Right.
so that's kind of cool. And they have a really young girl. She's like 16, who's instrumental on the team. But
Wow.
I'm like Yale. I like the history of it, where teams like Zambia and Nigeria and Jamaica and Costa Rica are doing really well.
Places where you travel. Every place you're going next week.
I think I haven't been to Nigeria.
Sorry, was it Nigeria or another African country knock off of perennial European favorites the other day?
Yeah, was it Nigeria? I think it was Nigeria. Yeah. A team beat New Zealand. I can't remember which team it was that beat New Zealand, but yeah, so in other words, the European teams aren't doing as well as they thought they would do. They weren't taking it seriously, and these black women are kicking their asses.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're not doing it. The United States isn't doing it because they should be, but they're chalking it up to no manager. I don't know why they don't have the lead. I don't know the story on that, but the new manager isn't playing the game correctly.
Huh.
Yeah.
Isn't managing the team correctly, I should say.
Right.
They put you to a middle tie yesterday. If they'd have won, they advanced, but if they'd have won, it'd have been a better draw for them going forward. If you start to watch it, you'll start catching up with it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you, from the outside, for me anyway, I have to, it's like golf. I don't, pay attention to the box scores and all that, but if I sit down and start paying attention, it becomes really, really interesting. But outside of that, the women should have done a lot better than they were expected to.
Well, they've won the past two, so they're trying to three-peat.
They don't have two records yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been pretty good to all, but they're not.
Right.
they're not coming in and kicking butt.
Nope. Well, they don't have a lot of the same players they once had, but the players they have are really good. It's like you're saying, it's the manager. At least that's what they're claiming.
Yeah. And you're saying that the experience isn't there, but the players athletically are a lot better than they were the last World Cup, and they had a whole lot of high hopes. What's up, DJ Rock? Nice.
What sports are you not able to be a human thesaurus with?
Baseball, golf, ice hockey.
Mm.
Like Cleveland Bistro?
Okay, I told you his phone game is terrible. It's like
Cleveland?
huh?
What do you think of Cleveland?
It's restaurant that if it's a restaurant, they call it. They're probably calling you back,
Are
Rob.
my orders ready?
Yeah.
No.
You know when other shows come on and like somebody calls in, then somebody goes, "Hey, we got a caller on the line," and then the person starts talking. Rock just has people. It's just noise in the background, and I'm like, "What's that? You got a caller?" And I'm like, "Well, who is it? Well, ask them." I'm like, "This like you need to get a little sign. Have you called into the show? Don't they ask you your name? Like, don't you?
They do.
Why do we do that, Rob?
Why do you what?
Because I call that and ask for my name.
Who it is?
But huh?
So we know who it is.
But how come when I ask you, I'm like, "Who's on the phone?" You always act like you don't know who it is, and you tell me. So why don't you just say, "Hey, so and so is on the phone"?
Y'all don't understand the rock logic.
I'm trying. I'm asking this question. I'm like, I got his phone game, and this is how he does phone all through life. It's always like that. We can have phone discussions every day. You'll be like, "That's rock logic." That's a new word in the dictionary.
Logic.
Well,
You know, it would be a lot different if you hadn't ripped them off on a mixtape.
Tell them again, Yale. Saying that is the above all to this catastrophe we got going on.
let me ask you, Rod. Did you have a cell phone then?
No.
Nobody did. So what are you talking about? You could have called me. Here, look. If the story was true, he would have called me, right? About his cassettes. He'd have had me on speaker.
You were older
Right.
than Troy, so I was intimidated.
They didn't have no speakers back then.
You had 20 tapes for $1. Wasn't it a penny? Yeah, he's hallucinating.
In his room, and he better not be making fast hands when the phone came out because he thought he had to talk to somebody from work.
We was rich. We had call waiting and three-way calling.
Oh. Gosh.
So every time he called, there'd be somebody on the other line, real quiet. Look, y'all making me check.
Be honest in the room because we're all adults, right?
It's the top of the 7, by the way. They're still up 4-3. Go ahead.
Okay. We are all adults in the room right now, so let's all be honest. How many of us in the room been caught talking to someone we ain't had no business talking to, and the person that you didn't want to know that you were talking to the person were going to three-way?
Oh, man. He did that.
That didn't really happen to me. What happened to me was I got caught. You know, you could unscrew the mouthpiece and take the thing out, and then you could hear the conversation, and nobody could hear you.
Right.
And you read the phone. Really. I got caught. Someone came in. My mother came in the room when I was doing that, and I was like,
When you was
Man, that
it didn't go well.
Call them. Tell you, I ain't.
And then you talk to somebody, and every now and then you hear a click because somebody called one of the phones. That would be like the only giveaway. But yeah, I've been the villain on that too. I've been on both sides of that. You know, you're young, man, so it's like, you know, for me it was always trying to find out if this girl liked me, call her, and then see what, you know, I get my cousin to call somebody, and praying that she say something nice. I'm like, please don't say. So, you taking your chances with hearing the truth.
My mother got me my own line in my work. She's like, I can't, especially before calls waiting
Yes.
and three-way calls.
You remember when like caller ID you had to pay extra for that?
Yes. Well, everybody had to pay for the call, extra for the call ID.
Right.
About 69 was first, and then they came up with the call ID.
Right.
It's calling different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything was like,
Oh. You calling your friend, your family out of town or something? Like, it'd be a 5-minute conversation.
Mama's doing good. We'll see y'all next month.
All right.
You talk loud when you talk slow.
Yeah.
5-3 Orioles, Mount Council scored. Mount Council hits a double.
And now he said,
But you don't remember, like, there was a time there was no call waiting. You got a busy signal. There are kids who were born in the year 2000 who've never heard of Dobson.
Exactly.
that's true.
it was strange never think about
You can't hang up on nobody real hard anymore.
You can't.
It's all.
You turn the phone down.
Yep,
Right, but you can lie and say you didn't hang up on them.
that's true.
You actually did.
My baby died.
I'm in the back. Hey, look, Rock. Troy, he's on his phone. What happened was Troy with that damn flip phone he got from Blockbuster.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with Blockbuster. I was a Blockbuster fan, man. No, I don't know about that, but I love getting the
Videos.
Yeah.
I used
Look, it's coming like 3 minutes late. Earl's video.
Oh wow. Wow.
And the funny thing is, I said to Buck Earl. Buck Earl's out. Earl's right over there on Security Boulevard, Security Mall. So
Yeah, you go to Earl's, man. You had an Earl's card. You was something special.
Yes, you were.
Man.
I used to go to the one at the plaza.
Remember Hollywood?
Mm-hmm.
That was, man, I miss it.
Earl's assistant managers back in the day, like in 82, 83, Earl's assistant managers were making $45,000 a year.
Are you serious?
Back then?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Is that what you did? Like, how you know that?
That was around the
Because I had friends who were assistant managers at I was renting a movie. Yo, man, can I just hold it for tonight? I'll bring it back tomorrow. I had 3 buddies that were assistant managers at Earl, and one ex-girlfriend that was an assistant manager at Earl. She had gone to tech school with me at Control Data, and everybody was all excited because I got a job with Digital Equipment Corporation making $18,000 a year. And a car. And she was an assistant manager at Earl's, and I was like, yeah, I got my $18,000 a year job.
How old was
This
you?
was 83. At this 83, I was 21 years old. And she was 20 as an assistant manager at Earl's, and she was pulling out $45,000. I was like, it's a rich place. Like, what?
Wow.
You know, there's still one Blockbuster video in the country. And it's Oregon.
Yeah, I didn't see the movie.
There's one in Alaska, and that one in Alaska closed.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like in the Avengers or something? One of those movies they had to go to Blockbuster for something.
I'm not
It's Captain Marvel, the beginning of Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
In the 80s, and she crashes through the rooftop of a Blockbuster.
Oh man.
And sees Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator on a stand-up poster and shoots it.
Oh man.
Can you get us some tickets for the 11th and hook us up?
For the what?
The 11th.
The 11th.
Yes.
What's happening on the 11th?
It's the Ravens versus the Eagles.
Oh, it's the opener?
Yes.
I mean, I can try to the tickets you can pay for. I don't have no free hookup. I don't have no free ticket hookup.
Look.
A couple weeks ago, When y'all called me about these kids going to this thing, I was on my way down to the stadium to shoot this commercial. Yeah. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that.
I agree. That's all I'm gonna say. I agree.
They called me too. I was going to the Cubs game when they called me in Chicago.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to you about you.
Trying to get the kids where they was going on Troy.
Iowa.
I don't know where. Yeah, Iowa.
I would do.
But they're there. They are there.
We were there.
No, it was AAU.
1:30 in the morning, and they didn't have not near one snack, not no crackers, no candy, nothing. And they had some warm bottled liquor that been sitting on the concrete in that heat all day long, and that's all we had the whole time we were down there. It was some bullshit. I never seen anything in life.
Where can we see the commercial?
We don't know. I know one thing. The first 90 minutes we were there, we sat in the stands and watched them do take after take after take. The cheerleaders, the male cheerleaders, throwing one of the cheerleaders up toward a camera that was pointed down on them for an hour and a half. Like, why are we here? This is like what we got. Like, y'all could have had us come after this.
When they're filming a movie or a commercial or anything like that, they don't know how to schedule things right.
Nah.
But usually when you do something like that, they have like snacks or food services or something. Something for you other than some warm ass water.
Yeah, Was that
When they got mad because one of the guys got up and went to the bathroom. They were very to a retake. Like, oh, where's the guy in the yellow shirt? They went to the bathroom, and the director like lost it. Like we had the team, we the come on. We'll never do that again for the Ravens ever. So it was supposed to be a fan. When it comes out, I guess I don't know what that is, but it was like a fan hype commercial. Like we're supposed to be watching the action on the field and be all hyped so they can talk about how come down. But to me, I don't know when it's going to air, but it did all the filming at night. We only got one night home game. So, and then they're supposed to, some people were supposed to have cups of drink that get excited when a play happens and, everybody jumps up and their beer or whatever they're supposed to have in the cup, comes up, they spill it in the air and everything. So they had these little teeny ass, 6-ounce red Solo cups. You get no Solo cup there.
Yes.
They weren't.
You come in with some red Solo cups, they would turn you around and see
school.
It's a whole section of people with red Solo cups. Come on, man.
Commercial.
Yeah, we gotta keep it. Oh, okay. Keep going, Yale. Wait a minute. Hey, Yale, why you there? Wait a minute. Let me just tell you. Let me give you the power rankings because it might be different next week, except the O's. Real quick, I'm gonna do the top 14 because we starting with the Yankees, right? Since they're in last place, Yankees at 14. That's Yale's team tonight. Angels at 13. Phillies 12.
They're losing to Tampa Bay.
They still lose?
Tampa Bay. We gotta win. Yeah, they're losing 4-1. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I just wanted them to go ahead and win, give us some distance more distance between us.
We do need some space. I would like some space. Phillies 12, Red Sox 11. Keep in mind, our division, we're in the top 14. Our whole division in top 14. Red Sox 11, Giants 10th. The Reds are 9th. Milwaukee 7, the Dodgers 6. Them rascal Blue Jays, which we're looking at tonight, which we're doing all right. Rangers 5, Astros. See, Astros are still they still gonna be a problem.
And they got Verlander today.
Oh, right, you just said that. I'm sorry. I'm like the Orioles did nothing as far as we know. Nothing substantial.
Nothing that's a big name.
But you know what? I don't think the Orioles care. Them dudes. Not the manager. I'm talking the players. I think the players. Yeah, the players are like, bring whoever. We're gonna do what we can. Yeah, they don't really have any fear right now. The Astros.
Somebody picked up a starting pitcher, right-handed pitcher from I don't know where, but they picked up the right-handed pitcher.
For Seattle, that I told you about.
Oh.
But that's
Is he a starter?
I believe so.
All right. I guess you just throw 100
He's a
starts.
starter, but he's got a 4-5 record, but he's had quality starts his last
It's
6 starts. He's not.
It's based on no offense, hopefully.
Could be. And then with good defense behind, our defense, man. I'm proud of this team.
Yeah.
Defense is everything. And if you get, and I'm all for if you aren't hitting well, but you catching everything, I'm all for that. But Astros 4, the Rays are still right behind us at number 3. I thought there'd be a little more room from us, but anyway, Rays, Orioles are number 2, Braves are still number 1. I don't have a problem with the top 5.
Where the Dodgers?
The Dodgers are number 7. They're 59. They went down 4 spots.
Okay.
Did they get a losing streak?
I don't know.
Because the Dodgers were looking pretty good. They moved down 4. Padres are. They're low. I'm like
Really?
You wouldn't think so because they made a move. Who did they get? They spent some money on somebody.
They did.
Padres. I don't even think. Wait a minute. I'm gonna let you know. Because I was like, They didn't make. Padres are 19th. I don't have their record on here. But the team that's 18th is 53-53, which is the Cubs.
Okay.
So they're ranked 19, and they're making moves. They're all in. I mean,
Who's number 1?
Atlanta.
They are a really
Really good.
We lost that series. I was hoping. I'm mad because I don't have my standards. Everybody was using.
When you say I don't think Braves, I think Falcons.
Oh no.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So it's shocking when you say, yeah, they're good. Like, what? Really?
Well, let me tell you real quick. The Yankees are who in our division who they're playing. So the Yankees are playing the Rays. They lost last night to the Rays. I still have mixed feelings. Still hard to root for the Yankees, but it would help us if they do win because they're far enough behind us.
Yeah.
But it looks like but they're winning tonight. So they got the Rays, the Astros, and the White Sox. Yankees got it tough with the Rays and the Astros. White Sox, they might catch a break. Then the Rays have, of course, the Yankees. Then they got the Tigers. Then they got the Cardinals. Cardinals are usually good. I didn't mention them though, did I?
No.
All right. So Rays may have a chance to not have as much pressure. Then the Red Sox, they got Seattle. My phone's doing a whole bunch of stuff. Red Sox got Seattle. They lost last night. 3 games against Seattle. Then they got the Blue Jays. Then they got the Royals. So, but Red Sox are low enough. Everybody beating up on the Royals right now. Tell the Love Doctor that. Because the Love Doctor said they're not trying to win. I don't believe it. The Blue Jays, they got the Orioles right now. I didn't realize it was a 4-game series.
Oh, is it?
It's 4 games. Yeah, I didn't know that. And then because we don't play until we play the Mets Friday. So I didn't realize, I was thinking it's 3 games, but.
No, it can't be a makeup game because they closed the stadium off.
I think the Yankees got a 4-game series against the Astros.
Oh, good.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. That's a good one though. Astros, they hopefully they lose some. Well, I don't know. But the Blue Jays got the Orioles, the Red Sox, and then so our division they're all playing each other right now. So it's going to be at the end of a week. It's going to mean something. It might say the same, or somebody might really fall off. What you going to say, Rob?
We're past the All-Star break right now. So the Yankees done.
Nah, you can't count them out because in the wild card they were like 3.5, 4 games out of the wild. Like the wild card is
they're 9 games back from the Orioles,
right, but they can still get in the postseason. And postseason, you know, anything can happen in the postseason. I don't want them in it at all.
Right.
I want freedom from them so I can talk my trash like I've been doing.
That's my ex where they done all together.
Nah, I think the things
they've been saying that that we, for the first time in I don't know how many years, we've won the series, season series with the Yankees. So we don't have to play them anymore the rest of the year. Isn't that kind of unusual?
They did say that last night.
Oh yeah, it's unusual because now we play less games because now they're playing every team when they haven't been doing that before. So it took away some of the because normally I think we play like 19 games, something like that. But that's why. So and we should be playing every team. I like that. I mean, if you're a fan of baseball, you want to see everybody play everybody at least once. So that's the difference.
But you mean
Yeah, because we haven't played like San Francisco and San Diego, those teams, right? The Dodgers.
No, what they used to do is they would pick one division, kind of like the NFL.
Mhm.
You have that one division, and then you play them every few years. You'll play like the West Coast, and then you play the East or whatever. But now it's like now we're playing everybody. So it'd be like well, the NFL can't do it. They don't have enough weeks to.
schedule now?
Mm-hmm.
So after the Mets,
Mm-hmm.
we go to Houston for 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, Houston comes here for 3 games.
They're here. Okay.
Yeah, I might have to go whatever. And
Can
then
I be a plus one?
have you got a ticket?
Yeah, I don't have a problem doing that. I just want to know where he's going.
It sound like it
And
because +1 ain't buying.
we go to San Diego, go to Oakland. So that's East Coast. I mean West Coast.
West Coast.
9 games on the West Coast. Then Toronto comes back here. Colorado comes here. And the White Sox. So that's the month of August. Those are the games. But yeah, I see what you're saying because they usually play the Yankees later in the season. Like it wouldn't be fit. The complete series wouldn't be done at this point.
It's August over already.
Yeah.
You think there would still be
Crazy. You don't
Right.
see the Yankees anymore.
yeah. You would think they would have it like NFL, like you would be playing your division in September. We shouldn't be done.
Because they can't shoot for the Yankees.
It worked out for us. It worked out for us, even though we won the series against the Yankees. So that helps. Let me give you one more thing while something I meant to do last week because I see it's after 9. Let me tell y'all, I got the payroll. I love this. You ready, Yale?
We're talking players or management?
Teams.
Okay.
Teams. So I got the payroll. So the team that has the highest payroll.
Yankees.
Nope.
It's the Mets.
It's the Mets.
Okay.
It's the Mets. It's crazy. Still New York and Yankees are right behind.
Before today, because they sold an awful lot of players. By the way, it's 7-3 Orioles.
We saw that.
That where you but tell me about the Yankee game. I want you to tell me about that.
Yankees are losing 5-0.
Time out. Yale, Troy is going to have to go home with me, come to your house, or Shelley's going to have to take him home. The queen has spoken.
What'd she say?
The queen says, that's not how it happened.
Are you talking about her
And she
team?
said, that's why I couldn't find it. And she has now changed the locks.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Howard Thurman.
I messed around and drank out of it with the camera on me. I've been doing real good all night. So usually I change the screen. You had the white one. What are you talking about? Yeah, I just have to see it.
Queen support, man. She may be lurking.
Oh my Lord. Wait a minute, where's it? Wait a minute, I gotta find her. Wait a minute. Let me put her
Looking for it.
The White Castle.
You are in trouble.
let me put the Queen's picture, what she's allowing for the picture. Let me throw that up there real quick. I think I covered everything. Oh man. Wait a minute.
Where's the Orioles payroll at?
Oh. Yeah, we got distracted. I'm sort of I'm not feeling good now. We may have to log off real quick. All right, let me tell you this. The Orioles, man, and this is what's fascinating to me. We are 30 teams, bro. 30 teams. We are number 29.
Really?
29. And that was before today. Like you said, not when you in first place.
It's not a bad thing now, but it will be a bad thing in 3 years when they want to keep their payroll low and all these guys want to get paid.
Get paid.
Just like NFL.
Okay.
But here's the key.
I can stay here for $2 million, or I can go to the Yankees for $27 million.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen.
But if
There's no cap in baseball, right?
no, it's no real cap. But the thing is, the Orioles and the Ravens they both do the same thing. They can sign people earlier. They don't have to wait till the last season. So now, right now, we got a bunch of young dudes. Usually Gunnar and that's in the same draft. That's like, and I'm not saying they're Hall of Famers, but that's like the year when we got Ogden and Ray.
Yeah.
And then they both made an impact early. That, man, baseball, that's hard to do because what is like 50 rounds? And when you pick in baseball, it's like 100 rounds.
Yeah.
And you got a bunch of people that ain't never coming out of the minor leagues, right? But, you're always hoping. And then once you get a certain age, it's like, well, I'll stay here as long as I can. But they got to find jobs in the winter. Yeah.
Do we not pay the money to these qualified players because we can or we don't want to?
No, it's because they're young. We just drafted them.
In terms of like keeping them, trying to keep them.
Yeah.
The Ravens, like he's saying.
Yeah.
Both Baltimore teams are like that. They need to sign them early.
Right.
Is I think the point Troy's trying to make.
Yeah.
Rushman is, you know what Henderson is.
And because they're young, you give them a bunch of money. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I left the queen. Look, I got excited at the queen. But I got changing the lots. How's that gonna be the last thing posted? But yeah, she's from Brooklyn.
Oh.
But it's Jamaican roots up there, so she half Jamaican, half Brooklyn. Look. But with these guys, and because they're young, you can I don't want to say lowball, but it really is. Like right now, like I said, I told you, I'm convinced Rushman's going to be the best, assuming he plays 7 years, 8 years. He's going to be the best catcher we ever had. He's leading off. Catcher that's leading off.
Right.
Where do you see that? So.
And Henderson, kind of like they've done the guy on the Angels from New Jersey. What's his name?
Trout?
Yeah, Trout.
Yes.
Because his contract, it's a long contract.
Right.
That seems like a lot of money.
Right.
But it's not really per season a lot of money.
Take a chance on them right now. You can. I don't know what Rushman's getting. I don't know what Henderson's getting. But Henderson. He's got Gold Glove ability.
Yeah, rookie of
the year. There's one guy that I heard them talking about, but he's like 30. I'm like, how is he? He came from, forgot what team he's on. He came from Japan or somewhere overseas.
So we really don't know how old he is.
Right. It's his first year in here. So to me, if you play professional ball, you shouldn't be considered, in my opinion. But either way, Henderson, man, and at the impact that they've made already. Like I would sit there and go, you could probably do 10. I don't know what they're making. You could say, look, let me give you 10 million a year, whatever it is. We'd still stay low. And then if it's time to make a big, where you really got to pay some money. We've never had this before. Where we've had young players that actually work.
Hopefully they learn from Chris Davis and Ubaldo,
Manny, when No. I wanted them to pay him early, but I'm glad. He's still putting up good numbers, but I don't miss him.
You remember he was a little knock-kneed when he first started. Then he got injured.
Right.
Injured his knee. Both of them at the same time. After that, he wasn't as good as a player as he was before that surgery.
I think, when they moved him to shortstop, he was. I'm not saying he's better than Brooks. I can't, because I never saw Brooks overall, but he was the best third baseman I'd ever seen with that short amount of time. He was. The plays he was making. And then he would do something, and then they would put Brooks, and they would show them doing the same play side by side, like you used to see Kobe and Jordan, like certain shots. I never seen anybody like that. And then I was like, but then he got to a point where he wasn't hustling. Like, I can't tell you how many times, and I'm not saying he would have been safe, where he just didn't run it out, and somebody would bobble the ball, and like he could have beat it out, but he was. And I blame Buck for some of that. And then you moved him to shortstop, and it's like, but he was as a third baseman, he got a platinum glove. You know what a gold glove is? Platinum until he got it.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know they did that. So he got a platinum glove.
Yeah.
At third.
I didn't like the way they did that entire team because I really like Jonathan Scope. He was good until he
left the team. Scope was his defense was stellar. So you had Scope, and then Scope and Machado, they looked like it was like
they were boys.
New York Undercover. It was like JC and Torres. Adam Jones.
It was just a good
and Marquinhos was there.
And then he left. Where did he go?
He went to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Yep. Not the Falcons.
So let's compare salary so I can kind of get an understanding, because everybody said baseball money is the long money. So
see where money comes from, to be honest. When it comes to baseball, it makes no sense to me.
Well, the team gets money?
Well,
yeah, because they play more games, but the stadiums are never full. And they got minor league systems they got to play, they got to pay, and they got a lot. So when
it's TV.
They don't have a national baseball contract.
Who make $50,000 a year? Then you got somebody that make $50 million a year. So the money is stretched out. So you have those top-notch players that get a lot of money, but then in those minor league teams,
they ain't making no money. They're not making blockbuster manager or assistant manager. They ain't making that kind of money, man.
I mean, they could be in the minor leagues, right? Because I don't know any Major League Baseball player making less than $6 million a year.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Called up from the minor leagues. If you called up and you get a rate.
Yeah.
So called up so they can have a chance.
Right. You're thinking of
more money if they do well.
Yeah, it's not like football where you go to college and now you got a real contract. It's like whatever you were making in the minors, when they bring you up, it's the same money. There's nothing happens till your contract is out.
Exactly.
So they can, but that's why I'm saying I'm looking at who we got. Ramon, all them guys. I'm like, look, just slide them a little more money. Y'all can still keep the contract low because they're young. So anything that's more, it's gonna be like, oh, I don't care what the agent says. If you offer it now, I wish I knew. That's what I'm gonna do next week. I'm gonna look up their salary and then we can play. If I was a GM.
Different.
So I just looked it up. Major League Baseball minimum salary for 2023 is $720,000 a year.
What about minor league players?
Yeah, because what they're saying is if you're in the minors, just because we brought you up to the majors, you're still getting your minor league salary.
Right, you still got a contract for the minor league.
Contract, if you're drafted, like the guys they just drafted to go in the minor league, they got a big contract. They didn't get $20,000 a year contract.
But not all of them.
Yeah, most of them don't.
We draft so many players that, once you, like those top draftees, like Rutschman or Henderson, okay, their contracts are a lot more than some guys we don't even know about.
Yeah, first round guys, some guys you might grab from the Dominican and stuff like that. There's some exceptions, but in general, you know why you don't see there's no draft on TV for Major League Baseball? Because it's like a month.
It's 75 rounds.
And that's why guys like Russell Wilson opted to play all over small
right. And which one is easier?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Pat Mahomes, because he chose football over baseball.
Right.
Yep.
And
Mahomes,
it was Murray, not Mahomes. It was Murray that could have played Major League Baseball. Mahomes' father played Major League Baseball, but
I played baseball also.
I forgot about that. I might be mixed up because his father's name is
Free.
Troy was on with us. Troy told us that Pat Mahomes played baseball also.
Yeah, that's his
That's the thing too.
He wasn't a major league. He wasn't a
Okay.
baseball prospect.
right.
Because I do remember him telling us the story about how he switched over to play football.
Oh, okay.
I think it was college though.
Right, he played base. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
He never played Major League Baseball. No, but he made the decision in college to be a football player, but he was playing different sport.
Drafted.
No,
Okay.
no.
Because like some of them have gotten drafted. Like go back like
Colin
Dion.
Murray was drafted.
Yeah.
Colin Murray was drafted. Russell Wilson was drafted.
Yeah. Was he rookie? I think Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson was going to play for, because he played minor league. Was it Kansas City?
You better not.
No, I just look. Wait a minute, put it back. But it stays so cold in here. You don't understand what I go through during the week, and then I sneak it in my bag. I should have at least heard it that way. Damn.
Still gonna know.
Grand Slam. Santander, 11-3. Man.
I want to send y'all something I just saw on ESPN and Major League Baseball page. It was so ridiculous, but I can't post pictures to the to your thing.
Have you seen the TikTok video that's going around where Jackson was throwing the pass to OBJ and he makes a spectacular catch, scores a touchdown?
Yeah, I was yesterday. I was there.
Yeah, that was hot, man.
I didn't see it.
The ground and the ball popped loose, but it was a hell of a catch if he'd completed the catch.
I'm excited.
Flowers, man. They got rumors saying he's missed 3 days. It's been 3 days. He hasn't reported the count.
He had like a stomach.
He was sick. Yeah, stomach flu. It was something I feel like I'm going through right now. Something going around. But he was there yesterday and today.
Okay. No, this is like fake news or something he's trying to drum up.
No, it wasn't Hollywood. It was no Hollywood situation like we had with Marquise Brown.
Right?
Did Jim Stone get injured? He was bell rung, but
Oh, is that it? Okay.
But he's like third on the depth chart. Like he's third string, trying to find a niche. It's not like we're relying on Geno Stone.
Oh, shoot.
This part of the season.
Right. Hey, Troy, I'm switching up, but
Yes, you are.
message saying bottoms up for my husband.
Oh, because I switched cameras. And let me just say something real quick. I didn't realize I'm looking at the payroll.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's down there too. They 27. I didn't know they were that low too.
Wow.
Astros.
I know when they won the World Series that first time they were low. I was so happy for Dusty Baker last year.
They're 10.
Saying,
Why are these teams payroll so high and they're not producing?
That's why they're breaking up the net, because they pay all these players.
Yeah.
And their results have not lived up.
And like the Yankees are always up high.
Put this in. I'm gonna send it to you in Messenger so you can show them.
Who sent it to? Rock?
Do you use Messenger?
Yes. Send it to Top Dog Messenger.
He's in there?
oh, me? Yes, I'm in Messenger. Oh, okay.
It's talking to you, man.
You don't get it. We're trying to talk to you. Yeah. And I'm in my feelings about it truly. For us to be on paper, have the team that we have on paper, and we still don't get any respect. If that was any other team in the NFL that has the powerhouses we have now, they would have automatically predicted the Super Bowl with them.
All right.
Oh, the Ravens?
Stop expecting the Ravens to get any type of credit for anything, even after winning the Super Bowl. No credit.
But they're trying to do it now, though. They're real hyped up on us now because of OBJ and the new offensive coordinator.
But think about it. Think about how much they talked about us before Lamar signed.
Right.
Baltimore fans can't handle like as much as we want, and I want to see us on national coverage. I want to see more of that, but we couldn't handle it because I'm like I'm ready to slap half the Raven fans. And then look now, let's see what happens. Joe Burrow got hurt, right? His contract is coming up too, right? Yeah. Let's see if we go through the same thing they did with Lamar,
right?
With his, and this is not his first injury.
The year before he did well, he was injured. Yeah.
So I want to. I'm going to pay attention to that. Oh, that reminds me.
So it's different circumstances, right? Because Lamar, they picked up Lamar's 5th-year option, and they waited till after the season to pay Lamar. Joe Burrow is in his 4th year, and they're paying him. So there's that. There's that difference.
Right, but they ain't going to try to make it look like that. They'll try to. What's the other difference? Before I say, you might make me change my mind.
The other difference is that's the major difference. Joe Burrow's in the middle of his 4th year, or starting his 4th year, is not 5th year after his 5th year. So he can't become a free agent. They got 2 years to work with him. But with Joe Burrow, his first year he got busted up during the season because he wasn't getting protected. His 2nd year in preseason, 2nd year preseason, he had the appendectomy, I think, it was the 2nd. And then I forgot what happened last year, but so this year he's hurt. It's all in the beginning of the season. So and he's gone deep in the playoffs every year. So they're not going to be, they're not going to come at it like they came at the Ravens and Lamar.
I'm going to see.
What they're not going to do, which they probably should do, what they're not going to do is, they attach this false narrative that Lamar wanted a Deshaun Watson money. Like,
right.
Nobody in the organization, including Lamar, ever said, "I want Deshaun Watson money."
Right.
That was the media making that up. Yeah. But it's real differences. I'm upset that they paid the boy in for the Chargers, because he hasn't done a thing. I mean, he's had great yardage in the regular season, but it hasn't translated to the postseason. Just like Tony Romo, great stuff, but he hasn't even won an MVP. He hasn't won anything. Let alone the playoff game. Yep. But they paid him because he looks like the prototypical quarterback, and Joe Burrow does too. But Joe Burrow has had success doing it. And Justin Herbert hasn't done a thing.
No, he hasn't.
Like,
and he's making more money than
their division.
More money than anybody.
Hey, do me a favor, Yale. I'm gonna show y'all something. Somebody sent this to me. I'm gonna let y'all see it. This guy.
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, this is a pin, right? So it's got the fact that it's purple. I don't know if you can tell the color. Can you see this football player on the side? Right. Then
I see the Raven head, kind of.
Right, and then at the very top, it's a stadium. That part right there.
Yeah. That's high.
Yeah, it's a stadium, and then look inside. It's like, if I can get that right, can you see the field? There's a field in there. Then in the middle, wait a minute. It's hard to do this because the camera is backwards. Because so you can see the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Yeah.
All right, and then the bottom is like a football. Wait a minute, let me get that over. I don't know if y'all can. There it is.
Okay, that's cool.
So I'm just like, he told me, he's like, I can't say who it is because he said, he just told me not to. He said, because somebody else will want one. So I'm just like, am
I someone else?
No, you don't know him. You don't know him.
Okay.
No, yeah, none of y'all know him. But I can't say wait. I can tell you after. But he like,
nice though.
he said he was like he came. I can't even say where he lives, but he's out of state, and I guess because of the show and just the stuff I post. So this comes. I get a message saying, "Hey, what's your address?" So I thought it was like his page is hacked. Who is he? Why is he asking me my address? You know what I mean? The last time I saw him in person was at an Orioles game, and I usually wear this tall hat. Oh yeah. Y'all can take a look. I think I love it. So so we took a picture, whatever. But he mailed it to me, and I was like, I could not wait to call him. So thank you. But he was like, now don't tell anybody, and because they'll want one and blah blah blah. I was like, so if you're watching, he probably not watching it. If he was watching, he would watch it earlier. But so you show Rock, but keep an eye on Rock. Yeah, you hold it and show it to him. Yeah, you hold it. Yeah, I haven't even used it, and I've had it for a couple of months. I was like, well, maybe about 2 months. So I look at it and I was like, but I'm afraid to leave it somewhere.
Don't please take it back home and
So I put it back in the box and I'm gonna put it right next to the brisket seasoning.
So yeah,
I'm just going to be using that tomorrow when she's at work. Once she knows she can use
so yeah, Rutschman had he cleaned overnight.
Right, beat that.
Look,
Beat that.
Wait a minute. Where's that from?
that's from the set. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's worse than Lawrence Fishburne and Samuel Jackson. Did y'all ever see that?
When what's his name died, they had Terry Crews' picture when oh my God, the actress from Race the Green Mile.
Yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan. But this dude is interviewing Samuel Jackson and he thinks he's Lawrence Fishburne. And this is on live TV. You seen that? Y'all gotta pull that up. And he says, wait a minute. He said everything but MF. Like everything but he. I know you don't think I'm Lawrence Fishburne. And the guy tried to apologize. He wouldn't let it go.
He shouldn't.
Y'all need to pull that up whenever y'all get a chance. Pull that up. That's hilarious.
And then when an inauguration for Obama, they showed Bill Russell in the stand, and George Stephanopoulos called him Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Anyway,
Completely different.
couldn't have made that more worse.
Yeah.
Couldn't have made that more worse.
Don't truly disrespectful to our people, man. Have y'all seen the whole TikTok or that they made where they keep calling Michelle Michael, talking about she really was a boy and was her mother's son and not the daughter? That's very because that woman is beautiful. That's very disrespectful.
Chances are it's a right wing thing.
Craziness of what they do on that side it's beyond for me. Because one of the dudes, so there's a guy in the group, Shelley. You pay more attention to what goes on in the group that Troy does, and I didn't invite Rock like 90 times, or he just keeps ignoring like. But
You talking about in the final in the which group?
Facebook group, the Facebook group.
Okay. I'm paying attention.
I posted the article. Somebody wrote, I think on NFL Network, as to why the argument for why Ozzie Newsome should be elected to the Hall of Fame as a GM, even though he's in as a tight end as well.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys in the group was like, "Well, I hope he doesn't go in because it's not necessary." I'm like, "Why is it not necessary? Like, how are you a Ravens fan? First off, but this guy, he should be smart.
He should be.
But he should be." And he says, "Well, if he goes in twice, it's going to keep somebody else out." And I explained to him, and the whole discussion is in the group. It doesn't work that way.
No.
Executives and owners, there's no quotas.
Has nothing to do with the players.
So it doesn't matter. He can go in for his accomplishment as a GM that have nothing to do with his accomplishment as a player.
Yep.
Well, and he came back with, well, that would keep Art Modell out. That's why Art Modell is in one or the other.
So
that way.
he's
Modell is not going in because there are people who were so upset that he brought the Browns here and they won championships and the Browns haven't been able to get out of their own way. But like,
I didn't see
I know what the other reason is,
Right.
you know, but you have to understand that the man was a great football player and retired in the 80s.
Yep.
And he had Mike Dixon, his coach. I mean, his legacy was set with the Bears, but then he went and ruined New Orleans, and then other issues down the line. Mike Dixon could have been in as a coach and a player.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you can't say, oh, you're gonna keep him out. If you put him in, you're gonna keep somebody else out. Especially when I tell you it doesn't work that way, and then you come back with, well, that's what the art model. Like, are you paying attention? Like, what?
Right.
I don't get it. But the same person posted, not the group, but posted on their page. There was a speech, and I don't want to make this all political, I don't. But there was a speech Kamala Harris was making about the climate, and she misspoke. Instead of saying pollution, she said population. And this guy went in about, oh, she said the quiet out loud. They want to kill us all. These kind of world you're going to have to get rid of people. And I was like, this guy's half an idiot. First of all, why are you posting this? You know clearly she made a mistake. And then this same person came back with, well, you know, she's not as good as other vice presidents we've had. What? President,
Intelligent she is, that was just a slip of the tongue for her.
slip of the tongue. He reposted that. He wasn't the one that made the video, but he posted the video. But my point is, now you want to compare her to other vice presidents. What other vice presidents are you comparing her to that was so much better? Because until Dick Cheney came on the scene, all their teams, their real duty was just to wait around and hope that maybe if the president dies, they can become president. They had no function. They did speeches places. They had no function. Dick Cheney came in, and because he had vested interest in what was going on in Iraq with the company he used to run, you know, but he had foreign policy, and we all know W. Bush wasn't strong on. I mean, to say he wasn't strong on policy, foreign policy is an understatement. He knew nothing about where anything was once you got east of Texas. But to make this false comparison, and say, oh, was she like Cheney? Then you had Biden, who was a foreign policy guru when he was in the Senate, and then he with Obama, they had a strong relationship. And then you bring in Trump and Pence. What did Pence do? What did Pence do for 4 years that looked like a lost child in a mall? That's ridiculous. So who are you comparing her to that say you said that we had better vice president? Your lifetime, you didn't know anybody. I remember Hubert Humphrey. I'm cool. I'll be easy happy to say I remember Hubert Humphrey as vice president. I remember what he did. But you can't name outside of Nixon and Ford. I challenge this guy to name another vice president that did anything, let alone name another vice president.
Exactly.
You know, they do it so wrong on so many levels. You know, yeah, I wish Kamala had to do and was doing more. I'm not going to compare her to, you know, other vice presidents when for the history of this country, these teams just sat around and waited for the president to die. If they were lucky, they, you know.
Right.
And Harry Truman met with FDR twice the entire time he was vice president. Twice. He had no idea about the Manhattan Project, what was going on in World War II. It just burns me up. It just burns me up, man. It just burns me up.
The thing about Ivy, like so what if someone else does get bumped? If he's the best, that's who you're supposed to give it to.
That's a good point.
He's an accomplishment. I guarantee you, if they don't give it to Ozzy, 5 years from now, the way he's going, they'll give it to Lynch and San Francisco, and deservedly so. But they're not going to say, well, he's in as a player, so he can't go in as a GM. But Lynch and San Francisco is doing great things. The teams they put together and the players they draft.
Exactly.
And if you're supposed to be a fan of the team, He's the type of support stuff like that. You're supposed to like it here. You know, just like y'all said earlier in the show. Ozzy brought Ogden and Ray Lewis on the first draft of the Ravens, and both of them went into the Hall of Fame, and both of them were contributors right away for the duration of their careers. And they're both Ray Lewis is still considered probably the greatest inside linebacker to ever play, and Ogden is considered one of the top 3 left tackles in the history of football. So, like, Ozzy did that. Ozzy did that. Ozzy brought in Lamar. Ozzy brought in T.J. Mosley. You know, y'all can love him or hate him. Joe Flacco won us the Super Bowl. Like, this was all Ozzy did.
We got an update, man. Real quick, Orioles 13-3. I don't know what's going on over there.
Gail's on the phone now watching the game.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Dark Rauschman is beating the hell out of him.
I'm gonna say this in reference to like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Is Michael Jackson in twice with the Jackson 5, and then as a solo?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
he should be, and there's, you know, I couldn't think of anybody else. I started speaking too fast, and I was like, I hope I come up with the right person. But yeah, there's people, you know, I can Tina Turner, and then I don't know, I might be stretching up, and Tina by herself, you know. So
Yep. And
Yeah.
Trains and down.
Yeah.
oh, but yeah, good one. So I mean, if you do something and it's 2 different areas, you belong in there. But I got what you were saying, yo. I totally understand what you were saying. And I'll say this: I don't know. And just real quick in reference to Kamala, her the stats or whatever, the approval rating is like record low, whatever they're saying. But I don't know it. I don't know why that's such a big deal, other than I guess for the election, because I don't know anybody who's really been crazy about any vice president. Because I go back to the potato dude that couldn't spell potato. I remember that was a big deal. Yes. I remember that. I'm like, what did he do?
Special guests with him.
And then all my thoughts of people trying to ban rap music. That's where I go. So I was never a fan of a certain thing. But anyway, I just had to get that out.
I mean, it's political, but that's just the whole thing. And to me, in a nutshell, with that is, why are you thinking it's a bad thing for the GM who built your team? They got a Super Bowl.
Right. And it's your team. Like you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your team.
Yeah.
And put 3 in the next 3 years, it could probably be 3 more players in the Hall of Fame. Because Nada should go, Yonda should go, and Suggs should definitely go.
Oh yeah.
So that would be 6. That would be 6 Hall of Famers this man drafted over 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an argument to be made that he should go in.
Yeah.
Why, as a fan, would you say, well, no, I don't want him to go in because that is he? Especially when I tell you it doesn't work that way. Who'd be
3 people that are going?
Nada.
Nada, and Suggs.
And he drafted Tucker, right?
Oh yeah.
Tucker was not drafted. Tucker was an undrafted rookie.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
But he signed him. So
Too.
Oh, we Lamar.
And that was his last draft class.
I mean, because
Lamar and Andrews.
Lamar's a great player, but
Yeah.
that's a Hall of Fame.
It's still early, but I'm just hopeful. But yeah, I think Suggs, Yonda, and who is he saying? I'm missing
Nada.
I keep missing Nada. Yeah. Oh, that's serious.
Yeah. And he
I
was
think
traded for Justin Tucker.
right, and I think if LJ8 get a ship, his Hall of Fame talk will change after that. The only reason why we don't consider him in the Hall of Fame class is because he hasn't gone to the Big Dance yet.
Yep. We'll see what happens.
People never went to the Hall of Fame, but Warren never went to the Super Bowl. Warren Moon never made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he was the easy choice to go in.
Oh,
Wait.
so cute.
I'm saying. Yeah, it's an announcer thing.
Bob, are you really gonna do stand up? There's a show at the Democratic Club. I saw that. I don't know if did you see it posted? Johnny Lang. It says co-host with Ricky Shackelford, and it's there's a comedy show that they're doing, and I don't know. I'm interested, but I talked to Johnny. Johnny's like, I'm not really hosting. I'm just gonna be there, but I'm not because I'm like, is Johnny gonna tell jokes?
Nah, Ricky just using his name to get some people in some seats.
Well, his pictures on it. Oh, says he signed up.
Wow.
See,
we gotta go.
See, he about to make me spend $15
Field trip.
on the 18th. What am I doing on the 18th? Because I know I'm doing something on the 19th.
What is the week?
That's
the Friday.
Friday, yeah. Right, because the 20th is Sunday, yeah. Look, I need Nicole. I'm gonna need to talk to Nicole again tonight because you're gonna have your discussion at the Hillsmere
Tomorrow.
Before you start or during or before you start.
The moment I get there.
All right. Wait a minute. Look at the seriousness. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get that. No, don't change. Keep that face. Don't go changing.
Oh, and let me just add this. The article was written by Scott Pioli, who was an executive for the New England Patriots.
Wow.
Right? So, yeah, they both started in Cleveland. Ozzy was in Cleveland when Pioli and Belichick and there are a whole lot of other people that were, under Belichick umbrella, including the head coach of Alabama and other executive from the Patriots. A former executive of the Patriots says a Raven executive should go into the Hall of Fame. And the Patriots, Bob thing, the Patriots, if they recognize it, how come you as a fan of the team can't? What is that?
I'll be in there. I saw what you posted. I didn't get a chance to. I didn't read the comments. So now I'll be causing problems tomorrow.
I just read the comments. So yeah.
Under the.
Please.
All you gotta do is hit yes.
Just.
Well, I don't see the invite, so I can't.
Are you looking for it now?
Yes.
6 months ago.
Yeah, it's like all you gotta do is go accept.
I can't find the invite.
You just read. Don't make no comments in there. You make me nervous, man. We already. Well, you're not on the phone. You might do a little better. He's horrible on the phone, bro. He's horrible, man.
Trip. We need to go to the Hall of Fame.
I would love that. I would. That's like on my bucket list. So yes, I would love that.
All right, look, we're getting word in. It's a wrap. The game is officially over. Yeah. Orioles are just wait a minute. That calls for
All right, Shelley?
Yes.
Trudy?
Yeah.
It's now 9:53. Boom! I just sent the invite to DJ Rock Night on August 1st. Third time. Third time.
He's actually reading. Look, he's searching now. He's like, I'm gonna find it. Did you find it, Rock? Rock is searching. Searching. Wait a minute. Look. Y'all need to see this. He got his glasses up. Now he see it.
Oh, that's the trick. Take the glasses off.
Bob says 16 hits.
Wow.
You said you're going to use a joke. You're going to use a joke from this show. What joke is that? I need to know what you're going to say. So I know that I need to take my phone out and record you. You should do some stand-up, bro.
You been?
So that's 4 in a row. Oh, DJ Rock Night's books just accepted the invitation.
Look, we kept the camera on you long enough. Rock Lodge.
Is that 4 games in a row for the streak for Orioles?
Because they lost to the Yankees that middle game.
Right. If they had swept the Yankees,
It'd be more than that.
if they had swept them, but I will, winning the series. Oh, that's right. It's a 4-game series. So they one more game, then
See that series.
yeah. So they definitely created distance, but they got that dude that got injured last night. Bichette.
And he would wear the Orioles out too.
Oh my God, he was 2 for 2, and he
And he would wear the Orioles out.
Oh, he twisted his knee coming around first, right?
2 for 2. And he what's going on? Right. That's a song. Instrumental of Rock Lobster. And I'm gonna make a song real quick. Yeah. I just know that from a Family Guy. I don't really know the song.
Made a great play in right field.
Last night?
In right field to stop him from trying to get to second. And that's when he jammed his knee to
Getting slip and shit. But
his defense overall was just awesome.
And Mateo, who for the because I have people that we need to get rid of him. We got Gunner. When Gunner made some errors, but we won the game. He made some errors the other day, and he hit well. I give him credit for his hit, and I like Gunner. That's not my point. Last night, Mateo made an outstanding play and then flipped it. I don't know if you remember, flipped the ball to the second baseman.
Yep.
That stuff is crucial.
Yeah.
I don't want them getting rid of anybody on that infield. My problem is, and if they would have gotten, I can't think of his name, that went to Houston, the pitcher.
Oh.
If we would have gotten it, my thing is, I might be happy about it, but I need to know who we're giving up. We still got young guys making no money that everybody's expecting them. I mean, now, let's be honest. I was high on Matt Wieters because of and I don't keep up with minor leagues, but just the stuff I kept reading, and I love catchers. So I was like, oh, they expected him. It wasn't he first pick, I think, and he was okay. He wasn't a bust, but he's not what Adley or Gunner is. So and I liked him, but I'm like, okay, we really and because of Matt Wieters, that really made me pay attention, and I started thinking, man, I remember Ben McDonald. I remember all these guys that were supposed to be spectacular when they came up, and it just didn't. I mean, they were worthy of playing in the pros.
Especially not right away. Like these kids.
Right.
Yeah.
And Richmond is like, he's every step in baseball that he's ever done, he's been a winner. Every place he's gone, he's made an impact. I didn't know that. I found all that stuff out later. I don't keep up with minor leagues. I don't keep up with college. That's where Yale comes in. There's a lot of stuff I don't know unless I see highlights and somebody. Yeah, football. I don't keep up with college football at all. I have no idea what's going on. I will watch unless I'm sitting in a bar, sports bar, the game is on, and I watch the game. I'll be like, oh, number 32 he's doing. You know what I mean? But I don't know who anybody is. But when you get on the Ravens, I'm watching everybody then. So I will watch. I usually don't watch preseason.
I do.
Well, now I usually, I watch it differently. It's like I need to find out who the second string third. We know who the starters are, but now because we have this streak, it's like now I'm waiting to see. I've been watching it the last couple of years because I don't want us to lose. But if we do lose, I'm going to make sure I'm watching. But I'm not it doesn't stress me out. That's the one thing I should watch. It's preseason.
It's more fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm stressed out, man. Sports.
There's no pressure behind it.
Right.
Sports relates to me.
Yeah.
It's I can't enjoy it.
But I think it's gonna be pressure now, like Troy said, because we've created a streak, and the moment that now they're not gonna look at the fact that we done won 14, 15, 16 games straight. They're gonna look at
in preseason. You going preseason?
No, I'm just saying hypothetically. Right. They don't look at the number of wins we had. We're gonna lose one.
I think Yale was 30 the last time we lost the
Yeah, that's like 30 something.
Yeah.
But I would
years.
now.
What you doing? Preseason dynasty.
Uh,
Wait a minute. Oh wait a minute. Oh wait a minute. I asked Bob about his joke. I'm just catching about. He says I'm still working it out. Maybe something about a guy who enters a hot dog contest for the free food.
But I found that funny. I don't find that funny.
No, that is.
Oh wait, that's not Bob's picture.
Into the hot dog eating contest for free food and then only eat 3 hot dogs.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I gotta let y'all see. I'm sorry. Bob, look. If I'm there, I'm laughing. I don't care. However you word it, let me let everybody see Bob's picture real quick. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna be Def Comedy Jam, and I'm gonna be rolling on the floor, laughing. Yeah, Bob.
I was going to say something very special about Yale until I realized he's into that finagle bullshit y'all got going on.
You know that's funny, man. Look, if we were national, like we had ratings like that, and Bob used that joke, it would go on TikTok. You'd be TikTok famous, Rob.
Exactly.
You would.
And that's what everyone aspires to be.
As soon as you scroll through and he can see his picture. I'm trying to make you TikTok famous. I'm really trying. I done posted stuff with
you. Just go with those Beetlejuice sides.
Shelley. We was a handsome couple. We were doing great.
I know. Where they at?
It's an easy target. I'm sorry. Don't you have a good heart? And you take it in stride most of the time.
Shelley was so much more attractive when she was in Canada.
Look, I think I'm going to close the show with that picture right there. I'm going to leave it up. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness, man.
Speaking of college football, I have a friend whose son plays, he's Auburn's quarterback, but he played. So he played for Oregon first. His name is, hell, I guess I should know his name. Like, it'll come to me. But anyway, he played for Oregon. And when he was at Oregon, he played both baseball and football. So now he only plays football, and he transferred to Auburn, and he did pretty well for them last year. He was their kind of running quarterback they had last year, Robbie Alford. Alford is his last name. So I'm looking forward. I'm excited about watching him play this year. Because last year's play was by default. So injuries to the other players.
Bob,
Auburn and Alabama, that's a big rivalry.
Yeah.
Have good success until they play Alabama.
Right.
Hold on, yeah. Bob is working on his material. He's looking at Rock and he's like, are they socks or did someone attack Rock with a Sharpie? Look. Rock, what's the answer?
It's because his skin is the same color as his stripe.
Shelley.
For going hard with 8.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't even say that out loud.
Oh man, yes you did. Oh, Rock, you never answer the question. That's why. Look, I gotta get some Apollo. Oh wait a minute, Rock, you gonna follow up with a joke?
Shelley, what you just said is hilarious and all in fun. But you guys ever said something and as it came out your mouth you realized, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, right? I've done it a few times.
My job recently gave me a very high profile project to work on. And it's so high profile that there are 2 VPs from the company and the chief operating officer of the company on the project. So every Tuesday and Thursday, the rest of us and these executives are on this video conference call that I run, right? And when I came into the call 2 weeks ago, the executives were talking about how one of the VPs is, like, they were semi joking, and they were really joking, and said how mean she is and how she treats everybody so badly. And the CEO, chief operating officer, said, yeah, she made me feel so bad that I went home and changed my shirt. And I said, and that's the one you chose. And as I I'm like,
Oh.
everybody, and I'm just sitting there sweating like a pig, man. I was like, oh God. Oh God, thank goodness he was, good natured. He was like, yeah, that was good. That was a good one. That was good. And I was like, yeah, I better not say shit like that again. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
If I want to. I want to be in an unemployment line next week.
Oh,
Like, I was, the chef was in bed. The juice was right there. Like, the joke was just there.
you said it was just there.
It's too late for that. I had to take it.
You spoke too quick, though. Anyway.
But I still have my job for now. So we'll see when the project is over. I might be traveling the world like Shelley and her luggage.
Yeah, Shelley been around the world and now, yeah.
And the bad part about it is, most people take 7-day vacation. Some of us even venture out and have an extended weekend and have a 4-day vacation. She had a 38-day vacation, and then she took another 4 days to recoup from the vacation.
It took me 2 weeks.
I just want to know who her dog. So the dog was posting on Facebook.
My dog was living her best life. She was living her best life on a farm, chasing after cats and chickens and whatever else they have out there. When I pulled up to
You know they used to tell us back in the day that the dog was, we took the dog to.
Uh-oh.
You did.
Yeah, rock this up. You got to start over, Yale. Uh-oh. Does Yale know he there?
Yeah.
Yeah, rock this something, bro.
So I said, back in the day when we were young, when they would tell you they took your pet to a farm, that meant you would see your dog, your pet again, that died. Or they took him to the shelter.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's on the farm, he's enjoying their best life, chasing chickens and that. Like, yeah, that dog.
Your dog chasing chickens?
She was.
Mmm.
She's back. She's home now. Because I left her in the house. But she, when I pulled up to pick her up after I got back from my trip, this time she jumped the fence because she has her own yard on the farm. She jumped the fence, which she never does. She never jumps the fence, and she just laid in the grass. She waited for me to open the car door. She jumped in, licked me on my face, and got in the back seat like, okay, it's time to go home.
I think people say she threw shade at you, like looked at you, rolled her eyes, and turned back.
She does that when I'm leaving her. When I'm leaving her, she's like, don't come near me. But,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, he's working on. I missed this, by. Wait a minute. But Rock has socks only a colorblind guy could love. He working with you, bro.
Time to go. Think about it. Time to go.
And make a comment about him on his cell phone, always on speaker, too. I need some. Hey, yeah, do you ever call anybody 100% of the time? They got you on speaker. Like just listening. Does anybody else do that, or is it just Rock?
it's right.
Rock, it always go straight to voicemail. Always.
Well, you do something he don't know how to do.
Must have your number blocked.
I think he does. I think I think he screams for calls, but he calls me back when he's like supposed to come pick up the meat. and say your meat is ready, and I'll leave a message. Just want to let you know your meat is ready, and then he'll call like, right, yeah, I'm coming pick up my meat. Is it ready? Oh, I didn't get that. Then on the phone, but I left you a message. Did you listen to that? Nah, can I come pick up your meat? You left a message 20 minutes ago for you to come pick up your meat. You know.
What?
You were in 5707 Brodie Road.
Baba, he closes his eyes so he can hear better.
First to 10. Sing along karaoke where you two can be the star.
Where you gonna be?
5707 Ballet Road at the Hillsmere, where friends become family.
So you can hear better.
Hey, Bob, don't those socks look like the inside of a pen suspension?
And no, wait a minute. Here go the part. Wait a minute. Rock. What's the purpose? This is rock. I got you. That's going to be the phrase here. Rock. What was the purpose of you wearing those socks? To do what?
So you would notice the outfit. I wanted you to realize that I had my mommy on my chest.
Right. So the socks are so distracting that
you saw the outfit as a whole, though. You saw the outfit as a whole.
But you wanted to.
Did you not see my mommy on my chest?
No, I saw your socks, and then you told me, and I was like, I saw like in the distance.
For Mama Get You Sucker. Everybody remembers the Boogie Dad on those. Nobody remembers whatever hell else you had on, but you remember them glasses or the teeth.
So truthfully, yes, I did see the shirt because you was behind the turntable. So I saw the shirt. It was look the funniest line of the whole night. Right? Your father said to you, I didn't know this was, and I won't get the words right. I didn't think this was a costume party. But he said, and he wasn't saying it to be loud. I just heard it, and I was like, because it's look, your dad comes in sharp, man. Your dad comes in clean, man. And he came in. Now I'm trying to, because I done seen so many suits. That wasn't the mint green one. That was the I'm trying to remember because he had the didn't he have the Kango on too? Yeah. Was that one?
He didn't have a Kango on. He just had
I can find. I gotta see that picture. He came in. Huh?
That's what Yale was talking about. I wish you folks say.
Let me put it on. Wait a minute. Yeah. Right. This to go on. We can be on 24 hours. Wait a minute. We ain't going nowhere. Wait a minute. Let me let y'all.
That's from costume exhibit I went to.
That's equivalent. Rock thinks we just gonna remember one thing. Wait a minute. But everybody remembers those right there. Oh man, I appreciate this.
Fenty.
I will Photoshop Rock's face right on top of it. Yes, please.
Hey Rock, at least you can say your friends talk about you when you're around.
Things like that, who do you do? They don't do you like that. You're not on the show, so they talk about you, thinking you ain't listening.
But it makes people. Let me see. Last person wearing them socks had a house fall on them. He done got you in the wings.
Can we close out?
The wicked socks of the East.
Yes. Wait, my crowd of people. Look, I can't even scroll fast enough. Oh, you could be a hit. You could close the show. Look, are we going there? Are we going to do a road trip there?
I don't know. You know, I work on Friday. I don't get up until 10 o'clock on Friday.
Oh, sure. Well, Bob ain't gonna he ain't gonna open the show. But you had time.
We're gonna start on you, Rocky Long Stocking.
Oh, what? Rocky Long Stocking. Oh, is he trying to hang up on you?
Yeah.
He hang up on him. Yeah. Hey, look, we heard some kind of static. He trying to get you. Actually, we should get out of here. If it wasn't, well, we got another hour. Rock's greatest hits. So I must have some more pictures of you, man. What are you gonna do?
We ready to go.
My man is sad. Okay.
I gotta go.
Wait.
Was your mother on your dress because she's the one that dressed you in the stuff?
He said going to draw attention to the outfit. But oh wait a minute.
To the shirt.
Oh my lord.
Something like that.
The queen is talking about she having a Hall and Oates concert in the house. So she really trying to keep me. Sarah Smiles, babe.
Man Eater.
Man Eater's good. That but he did with Man Eater and because they had 100 videos from that. I'm fresh. Wait a minute. Took a 2-hour nap while Yale was explaining something. Look, before you get to me, we definitely gotta get off the air now. Bob is a listener though.
Absolutely.
Hey, Yale. Oh, do you want to? You there, Yale? Yeah, man. What are you doing? We gotta do a road trip, even though it's in the city.
Is this the road trip to Texas Roadhouse? Road trip.
I put a question in there and everybody looked at it and then acted like they didn't see it.
Cause you the hold up, Troy.
I asked, bro.
You asked when we going. You need to say when you're available. Everybody else can make.
I'm available tomorrow.
And let's go tomorrow.
Let's go. You gonna skip your DJing?
No, we're gonna go for 6 o'clock.
Oh, I thought you was gonna go when I was. Now you done lied that fast.
Troy, but you holding everybody else.
Who said I'm available before 6? Go ahead.
You can't say we going tomorrow, knowing that I always got prior commitments. You say we going Friday at 5 o'clock so we can make arrangements.
Say what you just said a minute ago. Say what you just said.
Hold it.
And why? And what you want me to do? Go ahead. Camera on you. What you want me to do? You just said it.
Set a date so we can go.
And I did. And went.
But you're being fictitious because you already know what. Yeah. You already know where I'm gonna be at it.
Can't mess with you. I can't mess with you. Look, yeah, we got ended on that one.
Listen.
Yeah. Feel free to play this back, and share this video as much as you can, because Rock will deny every bit of it, and I need some more views anyway. So please go ahead and do that. We're gonna see Rock tomorrow night at the Hills, man. What's the address again?
5707 Bel Air Road.
5707. What's the cross? What's that cross? Is it Hamilton? Hamilton. So
Bel Air and Hamilton.
When you leave from here, which way do you go?
Gate Street to Bel Air Road.
Gate Street goes to Bel Air?
Gate Street turns into Bel Air.
I didn't know that. Because that depending on where you are, because I was telling like some people in the band, depending on where they are, they might need to go up 95 through the tunnel or whatever and get off at Moravia.
Make it right on Bel Air Road.
Yeah. And I'm like, just like where I would come in at, I just go up to Bel Air from where I am. But it's like I'm like right in the middle. But I'm like, I could go, but I just go straight up 695 to Bel Air.
And then come down.
Yeah. It's like there's no shorter way. But I was the gate is there. Man, thanks, Bob. Thank you so much, man. And I'm looking forward to you really making me look at my schedule for the 18th. But the food day at the Hills, man, I can't stress it enough. And the menu is open now. When I first started going, I was happy getting wings, getting burgers. And first of all, every time somebody came by with food, I was like, "Oh, what's wrong?" It was great. So when he came out with the other menu, so the last time I was there, I got the jambalaya. Man, I'm just letting y'all know.
To cook for y'all.
Will you coming next week?
Oh, I didn't say when.
No more than November.
But look, you could have cooked it out. We'd have been drinking
3 visitors per year minimum.
Now you come back again. Look, we got and well.
You like the
yeah.
I can
Put shrimp in it. A lot of shrimp. A lot of seafood in it.
No, that's how I make it.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's how I make. Well, also, but it's a combination of things.
But a lot of
Means you put everything in.
so
Can we leave? Because now you trying to you being independent. He asked you to put a lot of seafood in it, Shelley.
Huh?
Ask him why he asked you to put a lot of seafood in it.
Why?
I love seafood.
Tell him to tell you the truth now.
Don't you love seafood, Rock?
There's a story behind that.
He knows I don't eat seafood.
It don't make no sense. Rock does not like seafood. I don't know, but he will eat tuna fish if there's a gallon of mayonnaise with it. He needs a lot of mayonnaise.
I don't like it like that. I like Miracle Whip anyway over mayonnaise. I know.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I like Miracle Whip. I like you. I do.
When you're making cold salads, it's just a better flavor because it has that paprika in it.
It worked for me. I'll need something though. He will be at the Hillsman restaurant and bar from 6 to 10. Oh, she got the whole thing. I'm sorry. Let me get it all in there. Rock's going to be there at the Hillsmere restaurant, which is at 5707 Bel Air Road. Rock will be there from 6 to 10. At 10, it is Slow Jam Karaoke. Y'all know what karaoke is, right? Slow Jam Karaoke, they're actually playing the actual song.
Yeah, singing.
So people are singing along with
karaoke.
But the problem is they think they sound better because they hear the actual artist. So there's some people in it that's not doing what they should be doing. So it's still fun. Yeah. Now, that's Nicole. Gangsta Assassin kills that. Nicole, that's your song. Anytime he think about it. No, Rock. All you do is say one time, 2 times. That's it. That's all you do. That's all you do. And then you spin the record.
El Boogie.
We got to get Rock to learn to play the whole song. We got to get him to learn to play the tenor. You sound like LL and Deliver Us from Evil.
I know you didn't go El Boogie on this song when I know you, and you know that I know that you know that Roberta Flack did that song.
Originally, yes. But you know,
That's why you want to sing Roberta Flack in karaoke.
This is why I can't hang with two children. That's why I really hang out with Roberta and Troy's mom. We know the real song, and we will sing them. And don't get me wrong, I like the new version by Lauryn Hill. I did.
he can do the new.
You did a remake. I'm sorry, you just did a remake. It ain't your song. You did a remake.
True. Don't get me wrong, but the way that El Boogie did it is just awesome, and that's the version he was singing.
I did not know the Isaac Hayes Walk On By. That's a bad song. I did not know that was is it Dionne Warwick or somebody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I didn't know. It don't sound nothing like it.
Sybil redid it.
Yeah.
Who?
Sybil.
I don't care. Look,
Sybil redid it.
Isaac Hayes is the best. That's the best version for me.
Well, with you, Troy. I'll be honest with you. Like, Luther is the only person that could take a remake and make it his, in my opinion,
Look,
better than anybody.
And you still think it all
My favorite Luther song will always be Superstar. And I almost got into a knockdown, drag out fight because someone told me Superstar was the Karen Carpenter song. And I was like, Karen Carpenter never sang that song. And then I heard the version, I was like, oh.
She certainly did sing it like Luther.
there's a guy who just posted, and I you can pull it up on TikTok. He said, I bet y'all didn't know Luther covered these songs, that he showed whatever song and Marvin Gaye did it. He showed somebody else's song and it was, and he did a Stevie Wonder, and I'm like, man, these don't sound anything like the songs. But Luther,
Luther was the King remake.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because the songs are so different.
And I thought Superstar was his only original song back in those days. Like, no.
But it was with the group change.
Was good.
Trivia question.
Uh-oh, trivia.
Well, it's a two-part.
A two-part trivia. What's
So what was the name of the group that Anita Baker started out with?
That sounds like a Yale.
Yale should know it.
Yeah, me. No, I do not. I was never a big Anita Baker fan. Giving You the Best That I Got is the only song I like of her.
What's the question again? One more time.
What was the name of the original group that Anita Baker started out with?
We're trying to get our thoughts together. Okay, what is
I
it?
didn't even know Anita Baker was part of a group.
I didn't either. Destiny's Child.
There you go.
No, Chapter 8. Was the name of the group.
Can you name a song they sing?
There's one song that I like a lot. Let me see if I can play it real quick.
Was she the lead?
I know we gotta go, but.
Shakira popped that up.
She's good.
Of course.
She's good. Now she's sitting at home with Google.
Nah, man, she knows.
What's the second part of the question?
I just want to be your girl, you girl.
The name of the song that was her most popular song with them.
One you just said, I just want to be you, girl.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
I just want to be your girl. Like
That sounds like a Prince song.
Like Here You Go. You ever heard of it?
No.
Listen.
That sounds like Wu-Tang.
So what is this?
And Queen said she knows that song really well.
So then the group dropped her, according to the Queen. They dropped her.
They didn't know what the hell they were doing. They were jealous.
And did anybody else that was in the group?
No. Nope. Not at all.
When I used to be part of the Jackson 6,
Oh God.
that's what we used to be called, the Jackson 6. And then Joe went to hit me with that belt, and I grabbed it. I got kicked right out the group.
Really?
Right?
And a single ball Jackson.
I didn't get the work done. Yeah, it was a Jackson 6. And they
They're
messed up.
all wearing wigs now.
Yeah. And back in the day,
Except Jermaine, you got that shit flashing over.
I could have done that, but I I was just gonna rely on my talent. What is that?
You know what?
Wait a minute. Bob got one. Okay, her group was chapter 8.
Yes.
Rock's first group was section 8. Bob, you kidding me? You kidding me? Shoot, Queen put it up at the same time.
Sure did.
So we all know, or do we all know, Barry White, Don't Go Changing?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that's the Billy
Joel
Preston.
Billy Preston.
Billy Preston?
No, Billy Joel.
That's like a
Billy Joel sang. Billy Joel wrote "Don't Go Changing" for his wife, and then left her for Chrissy Brinkley.
Oh. I didn't realize this is who he wrote it for, but I remember him and Chrissy Brink with that "Tell Her About It" or something in one of them videos of his.
So before the video or during.
Tell me about your group. Group I know with DJs, Section 8 group. Like, were you? Tell me about that.
Did everyone in the group wear those socks?
The FCC is saying we've been on the edge. We have to go.
Did y'all have a fixed salary?
That was the only socks they could afford after Troy stole their mixtape. They didn't maintain because Troy stole their demo tape and sold them out of the back of his car.
I traded it. It was
over.
He didn't give me cassette. He gave me cheese. It was cheese, man. Section 8 and cheese. It wasn't no cassettes. That's it. Yes.
That's real cheese sandwiches.
One, you just made a post about that too.
Yep. No One in the World was originally recorded by Dionne Ward. Oh Lord, we about to have this trivia. Give me trivia.
Point.
Give me a quote from a movie, Rock. Let's guess it. Cause I saw a Winker shirt now that I think about it.
It's either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what goes on in the hood.
I know.
Sugar Hill.
No.
I've seen that movie.
Yes.
All right. No. Actually, that could be a cut. That's two movies. Give me one. Give me a quote.
I ain't dropping a dime on you, but I wish I had.
That's New Jack City.
Nope.
No. Oh.
It's a movie that women like, but has some dude tendencies.
Oh, is that the one with Queen Latifah and
No, it's older than that.
Jada Pinkett?
No, it came out in 1976. Nope.
See, you was with him. I think that he's like, wait a minute. I didn't drop a dime on you, but I wish I did.
The character's name who said that was Satin Strut. No, I'm sorry. He said it to Satin Struthers. That was the character.
Uptown Saturday Night.
Nope. His name was Sticks in the movie.
Oh my Lord.
They did a remake of with Philip Michael Thomas.
Sparkle?
Yep.
Sparkle.
I wouldn't have gotten that. I would not have gotten
That's my favorite movie. Queen knows that.
Is that his movie, everybody?
it.
No, can you hear?
Bob is saying he likes this better than the sports show. He might have to do a second night. Bob's getting material, man. He get material.
He just hung up.
Who did?
Yeah, when y'all playing that, y'all.
Hearing you when we call in, so maybe
Maybe call back.
happened. He was at his time limit.
All right, well, we better get ready to roll anyway, because this is way later. But, this was fun, though. And all the rock jokes, Section 8, man.
I don't know how much sports we talked about, but it was definitely fun.
Well, it's hard to when Rock starts interrupting and then he goes off script. It's like he is not following what's happening. He goes, do something. And then it might be anything.
Right.
But and that's
that knowledge.
Yeah, the logic. Rock logic. Rock to go. Rock logic. I'm gonna have to sample that because I know it's from Family Guy. And he kept singing Rock Lobster and the lobster was dancing. We're gonna get this before we go. We're gonna find this first.
Troy really don't want to get off the air because he know he can't go home because he knocks the chain.
Don't be telling them.
Your program.
Hit him with another joke. Show him you better.
He clearly knows the queen that did her thing.
Oh yeah.
That's
Very simple. Sure.
all you need is that one part. That part.
Rock logic. Oh, that's a hit, man.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's a hit, Rock. I need to change my intro. No more Public Enemy. I need Rock Logic.
Rock logic.
Are we down? We down for that?
Birdland will be suspended until the next week of September.
No. We might do some extra days. But man, I can't. I do want to. Sooner or later, we'll do a show at the Hillsmere too. So one day, once we get the scheduling together, I definitely want to go up there and do one. And then you, of course, you.
Monday Night Football.
Well, it probably can't because they'll probably have a game on. Well, if we go there earlier, that's not a bad
recap on Tuesday on your show now.
That's not a bad idea.
They closed on Monday.
Oh, that's right. Well, whatever's going on, when football happens, we're still in football zone until like at least till Wednesday when you start thinking about Thursday. Unless we don't have a Thursday game, then I'm still. Thursday is when I start to calm down because it's the next week. Like the next week has started, but it depends on what we
What night
get.
is the Rams playing on Thursday?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a rough week when they play on Thursday.
I'm excited about this, and and let me say this one more thing too. I will not be totally upset if we don't fully have it together. Like we should be Houston, but everything it's like a lot of new moving parts. So with Odell, the coordinator, it's a lot of stuff because even with practice and then not really doing a preseason, if things aren't quite the way I'm hoping they'll be, I'm not going to be upset as long as we're in the game and even if we win or whatever. But I expect them to be like by the time we get week 3, week 4, week 5, I expected everything to be rolling. They just got to learn each other.
Yeah.
Because and these guys smooth.
I mean, don't forget about Aguilar.
Right.
A lot of people are not remembering him.
I'm bad. Oh, he's bad. See how he don't tell us nothing. We don't know because when it comes to the phone, there's rock logic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did Shelley reveal the answer? Yes.
Oh, you been on for a minute. What's the movie?
Was it the movie with Richard Pryor and Julian Bond?
No.
No, it was Sparkle.
Sparkle. Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
The answer, yep, that's Sparkle. Yep. I see the scene right now. Say no. Bob, I want him.
Bob says he has a pair. He
Bob,
has a
I
pair.
want him.
Okay, I'm going with you.
Yes, me and Shelley going, Bob. We want him. Don't you worry about it,
We'll
yeah.
see you tomorrow, Bob. Well, I'll see you around sometime between 6 and 10. He's got tickets to the Ravens and Eagles if somebody wants them. And oh Lord, and the Queen's playing Backstreet Boys. I need to wait a little bit longer. We don't have that many hits. I can leave now.
I don't think it's like that.
Oh,
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I don't.
Me and Shelley don't.
I don't have seen anything as of yet. That's not how I do it. No.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Is he whispering?
You know.
That's what we be dropping the call with Yale on the phone.
Shelley, don't believe this. I offered these clowns the chance to become Raven Scouts. They could have gone to any game they wanted to, and neither one of them came through.
What else we gotta do to get the tickets? A lot of stuff that we do to do
With free food and
free season tickets.
First of all, if Ron would have heard free food,
to the sales team like once a year.
That's too much work.
See?
I'm not saying anything. I'm not using those excuses. But I'm not saying what Rock said. Rock coming up with stuff. You can't go by him on the phone.
I got the Bob still on the line.
Yes, he's on the line.
And he says okay.
Here's the trivia question that I know none of your kids are going to get, but Bob might be able to just. Trivia question.
See if you listen.
Moving on.
Okay.
I want somebody good. I mean, really good to plant that. Because the last thing I want is for my brother to come out with his dick in his hand.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead, Shelley. That's my girl right there. That's my girl.
What's the offline? Hey, Shelley, here's the answer to the question.
No, I love the guy.
Great movie ever made.
Yep.
I don't know. But a lot of people like it.
Yep. That's cool. When he went in to
Yep.
kill the police chief and the other dude in the little Italian restaurant.
My favorite part.
1, 2, or 3.
Oh, bruh. If they say The Godfather,
It's
It's a week right now to watch all 3 consecutively, right?
no. It comes on. It's on like every week. It's on something.
Something.
That and Rocky.
Yeah.
They're on all the time. But my favorite part of The Godfather is when I don't know the character's name, Abe Vigoda, when they're about to take him, he's like, "Hey,
Yo.
could you look out for me?" Was he talking to Mike? His name.
Yeah. Can bring me after her.
That was like,
Man, that's my favorite. The look on his face when he found out, it's like they're like, "Hey, you gonna ride with us?" "Hey, I ain't got time." Whatever. The look on his face when he realizes it's over, and he just stopped. Man, I had to sit still for that part. I don't know why I laughed. I think it's hilarious. But that's the part. I've never seen any of the Godfather movies. Bob is telling me that. It's a wonder why you didn't get it. I don't know if that's true.
That scene, then Tom Hagen tells him, "Sorry, Tessie, can't do it." And the other guy's like, "Take him away."
did that as well.
Yeah,
So-
you betrayed the family.
Yeah.
You betrayed the family. Yeah.
Oh wait a minute. I'm gonna give y'all a movie line. I'm gonna give you a movie line that I bet y'all probably haven't seen. But I just remember laughing when it came out. Okay, you ready? Here you go. I'm gonna set up the scene for me to tell you what happened. All right. Somebody broke into a house. They're looking for this dude, right? And this detective goes in, and this is what he says, right? And I'll even tell you this part. They open up. They're looking around trying to figure out who did it, and the sheriff is like, "I think a bunch of kids did it, right? Broke into this house." So the line is, "What kind of teenager is going to drink milk when there's beer in the refrigerator?" You may not see the movie, but I just remember die laughing when he said it.
What year?
Oh my God.
64.
Oh, poor Rocky. I'm a wait a minute. I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna look it up.
Well, give me the year frame, the time frame.
It's gotta be in the 80s.
In the 80s?
I'm gonna tell you exactly. 88. What kind of teenager is going to drink milk when there's beer in the refrigerator? And the way he said it was like, he was like I just told y'all, like I schooled y'all. And that's the way he looked at me, and I just couldn't stop laughing. 88.
Can we get some hints?
It is the person that said it is black. It's a black actor.
88.
88. Black actor who you would definitely know because he is iconic. You know who the actor is. You may not see this movie, and you know a bunch of some of his other movies, but you may not know this one. But I just remember that.
Sidney Poitier.
Dude over there Googling shit.
Also known as
Rock Logic.
What? Sidney Poitier.
What's the movie?
Shoot to Kill?
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
The hell, bro? Okay.
Shoot to Kill was Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier, because he came out of retirement in about 1988.
That's the movie.
Is it Sidney Poitier?
Shoot to Kill. And it's the dude that was in Highland.
Tom Berry.
Yes.
Oh, Tom
Berry was in it.
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley.
Yes. Yeah. It's decent, but I just remember watching that, and I just remember laughing.
Damn it.
What's wrong with you? That's the name of the movie.
She said it's a bunch of movies.
I was trying. What are you talking about? Oh, I done logged off. Oh, shoot. Everything done cut off. Oh, well. Damn. That's supposed to stay locked on, so I'm
They're
just.
not paying attention. That is what the thing is.
Oh, so she answered a long time ago.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Sorry, Queen.
The Queen.
Who else?
I don't see it on here.
You know the smarter gender is in the group, right?
Ah.
Okay.
That reminds me of another one. I'll do that one later. It was a black exploitation flick, but I don't want to put that out there. Hey. Hey, Queen.
He's still picking that cup up on camera.
I'm already telling you. Hey, Queen, who said,
Oh my God.
what's wrong? You mad? Look, I love blaxploitation stuff. So I would sit back and pull those apart, man.
The show ended 2.5 hours ago.
What show?
This show.
What? We're not on the air? So what are you talking about?
She said, "Don't get shot."
Oh, she got it. Truck Turner. Who said don't get shot?
Your wife.
I don't know where that is. But anyway, time for us to go now. Time for us to get off the air. Wait a minute. Let me get my clothes in. What should I close with? Natty Bow? The nighttime picture? Rock ain't listening.
I am listening.
But you didn't answer the question. Do I need a nighttime shot? Wait a minute. What's the skyline? What's skyline? Oh, okay. Should I end with this one? Did it pop up yet? Then come on.
Yeah, so
You like that one? Or
I like that one.
you like that one? All right, I'm gonna end with that one. Because sometimes I use the Natty Bow. Where is that one? The Natty. Oh yeah. Sometimes I do this one. It's like I can go to sleep on that one. Like you can hear crickets on the water. Roll fibers. He tied his victim to the
I like that one better.
You like that one? Okay. All right, we're gonna go out on that one then. Truck Turner. Okay.
Never heard of it.
Who is the man that would risk his neck for his brother? Never mind. All right. Right on? All right, no, we're gonna do them. Hey, come on. And we can dig it. He's a complicated man. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna say that. Sean Shad. All right, never mind. All right, look, we get ready to roll for real. It's a bass. I want to see what that is. Anyway, y'all, we done for the night. Let me see if I can get in the house. And look, I had sound. We're gonna work on some things for next week. Hey, Rock, I probably have to come on late next week because I have to work. Like might not come on till 8. So maybe we can get out at 9. We do an hour show.
That'll never happen.
Troy.
If Rock don't talk as much.
Troy.
Yep.
If you locked out, if she won't let you in. Shelley, you're more than welcome to stay over here.
What?
Oh, right.
Rock Logic. She put some thought into that too.
I will remember that.
Well, I will let you, Yale. I will let you know. Yes,
Okay.
I will call you, Yale, so you know.
Because he's definitely going to be.
When we walked out.
All right, y'all. Look, we gonna roll for real, and I'll make sure I add this to my. I got a YouTube channel. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I do put these shows on there. Go on there, look. I got like 30 subscribers. Be one of them. Give me 31.
I'll check it out. I'll put some other people on. Oh, I have I'll talk to you about what show.
Oh, you're zooming in on you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, look, Daryl, I'll be in touch with you too, man. What are you doing? Well, we can wait till Rock has his meeting tomorrow, and then we may have some more news later, right? But we can listen to him. Yes. Like, did I tell another joke and I missed it? No, he didn't. All right. We will see you next week. It's probably gonna be a later time, but I'll post a time or whatever. And Rock, you gonna be here?
All right.
Rock's a sad, y'all. Don't worry about it. He'll be here too. We see y'all next week. Oh, let me get my picture up there. Rock Logic. Who that is?